No portion of this program may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM BZ Broadcast Group, Incorporated.
It's almost here. Saturday, training camp opens. Miami Dolphins football. A new beginning. Sports Radio 560 WQAM. What? Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Woo.
560 WQAM presents The Neil Rogers Show.
Acceptable.
To talk to Neil, dial 567-0560 in Dade and Broward. In other counties, call toll-free 877-785-NEIL or pound 560 on your AT&T and Verizon wireless phones. The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his callers do not represent those of WQAM management, staff, or sponsors. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
I got your probiotics right here, homeboy. Look, brother, he be talking on the radio late at night. He be talking about sports, but he ain't white. That's right. That's what he be sounding like. Yo. Oh, roll me the show. Lord have mercy. Out there. Oh, roll me the show. Check it out. Roll the show. Off the radio. Out there. Roll the show. On the radio. He be on the radio. It's Peter Pro. On the radio. That's what it do. Yeah. Peter Man.
Oh, those were the days, weren't they?
Sure. Didn't think you'd miss him, yeah?
Well, you didn't think you'd miss P.D. Lenny in sales either,
I do.
Is that because that, what's his name, is a jerk?
That's among the reasons.
What's his name?
Andrew.
Andrew. You're a jerk, Andrew. You're an idiot. Now, what part didn't you want me to talk about on the air? The fact that he's a moron?
No, you can talk about that.
Oh.
No, but he doesn't know how to tell time.
He can't tell time, and
he doesn't know what we do for a living. He doesn't know what we make in this factory.
And BS with you?
Yeah. Other than that, he's a strange character.
He's a what?
Strange character.
So speaking of strange characters, George watched
There Will Be Boredom.
Will be blood. There will be boredom. There will be Ponderosa. Maybe that's where they got that thing in Bonanza about the Ponderosa, because it was ponderous. Oh, yeah. It was ponderous on the Ponderosa, and that dramatic music, every time there were like a bunch of people riding horses around it, nothing was really happening, and the music was just going crazy.
That was the least of my complaints. At least you had something to listen to while you were being bored.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of woke you up a little bit. Bastard from a basket! Bastard from a basket!
Oh, I drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. You have a milkshake.
Bastard from a basket!
I have a straw.
Yeah.
I drink your milkshake.
He was doing John Huston during the whole movie.
Oh, what pointless movie.
There was no point. You're right. It was just. I mean, movies generally have a story.
Yeah. It had a story. It was an excellent story about an a-hole you didn't care about.
So let me ruin that before the devil knows you're dead for you.
Don't.
I'm not going to ruin it.
You're a bastard. See, I can't dump you. I can press the button, but I still hear it.
Yeah. So in other words, the audience wouldn't. Now that's a good idea.
No, it's not. You're just going to ruin it for me. Don't be a bastard. Bastard in a basket.
Oh, my God. I kind of think our general manager's a basket case, so maybe he's a bastard from a basket. He is just the worst. See, there you go, starting off again. It's Thursday.
Yeah. What do you got to
bitch
Tuesday
about? And Thursday next week, and then I'm off for like 12 days.
Slacker.
Not that I'm counting. Yeah, slacker my ass. Slacker. Aren't you the one that was out sick on Tuesday? Not me.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm here.
Oh, I was
Every day I'm
slacking.
supposed to be here. I'm here. I'm not calling in sick.
Yeah.
I'm not on my hands and knees puking my guts out because I'm doing too many drugs and banging too many street chicks.
Is there any such thing?
What?
Street chicks? What are you talking about? Why do you make things up?
Hookers.
Why do you make things up?
Cheap hookers.
You think I can afford hookers, even if they're cheap?
That's a good point. Here's the poll, George's poll from yesterday. I voted for the winner.
Did you?
In fact, I think mine was one of the first votes on it.
I gave somebody else a sympathy vote, but it was an obvious choice.
But only 312 votes? What's that?
Well, I started it at 10, and then you changed it at 2.
205, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to come back in here. I
know. Oh, it's fine. Like I care.
I had to hop in the car and get off to Woodbine, lose some money. You know that quick hit? That thing was dynamite for a while. Now they tamped them all down. They shut them down. George's poll, what was the best ass-kicking in the movies? 312 votes. My God. Sonny versus Carlo, The Godfather, 51. It's going to take an hour to read this poll. It's got too many damn names.
Yeah, that's another Sean from Hollywood poll there.
Oh. Billy Batts from Goodfellas, 40. Spartans I'm not going to read this.
Okay, good.
No, it's ridiculous.
Right, I stopped at the double-digit ones.
Predator, Bare Knuckles, Dutch, and Predator 3. I mean, there's all these. Clubber Lang pounds Rocky and Rocky 3, 15. Basement Beating in Fight Club, 17. The only reason Sonny versus Carlo wins is because it's from The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it was a very good example. It's a perfect answer to that question. Even though most people didn't want to answer that question, they wanted to make up their own, as usual.
Like what?
Like just fights. People were calling in fights in movies. That was a good fight, which wasn't what we were going for. But hey, whatever, you know.
Ass-kicking, that was the topic of the poll, and ass-kicking, which a lot of you people out there deserve roundly. WQAM, Ass-Kicking Central, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Am I the first caller?
Yeah.
Thanks. My call. How you doing?
What?
How you doing?
Idiot. Am I the first caller? Like that. And that idiot Ken Charles says I don't do enough show prep, so I'm listening to them. Well, you talk about a guy who's living in a state of delusion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to them for show material. The IOD online. I'm sitting here listening to them. I'm listening to Footsie and Tootsie and Manny Munoz for material. Manny, who used to crank call the station at IOD.
Mm-hmm.
Is that under Manny?
I don't know. Might be under Randy.
No, it's under Manny call.
Pete's
all right.
in Lakeworth.
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, Randy.
Peter.
How you doing?
I'm all right, darling. How you?
You got that Manny fired, huh?
I got that Manny fired.
Why'd you get him fired, you hypocritical?
Oh, it's you, man. Why does Manny crank call the station? What is his
Because he's an
problem?
idiot. Because he's a total idiot. Former groupie. He was just a groupie, and all of a sudden he was on the air. He got hired. Isn't that the way it works out?
Yep.
Like Mr. Broward. What the hell was his name? Jules Adler was his name.
Didn't know.
Mr. Broward. Right-wing, obnoxious, homophobe. I mean, just... And his name was Jules Adler, but he wouldn't use his real name on here because he was afraid people would think he was Jewish. He was a Farbissen Catholic. But Jules Adler sounds Jewish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, what do you know? Sounds Jewish to me. So he used Mr. Broward on the air. Mr. Broward! I mean, what kind of a name is that? That would be like Dwight Fort Lauderdale. Talk about a stupid... If you're going to make up a name, make up a real good name like...
Oh, God!
That's right. Something easy, something that sounds plausible, like it could be a real name. Not Mr. Broward. God. I think I should write a book, The History of Florida Talk Radio, including on the West Coast, Lassiter.
Yeah.
With his bunch of loser callers over there. Poor Blabo. I think they killed him, not the diabetes. You think I really believe that?
No.
Well, sounds good, though. Sounds dramatic, like, bastard from a basket! Bastard from a basket! And he's screaming it out, and of course, the guy is still deaf.
Right, yeah. Having a lot of impact.
No, he was walking down the hall about 100 yards away, and he's still screaming, bastard from a... And then how did you like the ending?
Oh, yeah, like, okay.
I'm finished.
You warned me.
I'm finished. Yeah. And
I mean, I couldn't stand that preacher, obviously. Nobody could.
Eli.
The one thing I did enjoy in the movie is when he was getting slapped around and screaming like a woman.
Yeah.
Eli, that was
yeah, there was a lot of guys screaming like a woman in that movie. Speaking of ass-kicking, that was a pretty good ass-kicking.
Yeah.
When he had him down there on the ground and was slapping his face around
in
with
the mud and smearing him in the mud.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny, but other than that, yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, there wasn't any point. The point is that it was an epic. You know what it was like? It was like a Neil Diamond record.
Damn. What did Neil ever do to you?
Every song that he ever recorded was like a big, epic production. And he was a legend in his own mind, Neil Diamond.
See, I kept asking, is this a true story about a real person?
Sweet Caroline with the melodramatic music.
They're going to make me play Neil Diamond.
And then the songs all suck.
All right, here it comes.
No, don't play any Neil Diamond. Come on.
I can't believe you didn't like Longfellow's Serenade.
Oh, my. See, there's another example.
Cracklin' Rose.
Cracklin' Rosie is a whore. Like that, you know. Crap. Neil Diamond.
I think you're just an anti-Semite.
Oh, is he Jewish?
Are you kidding me?
Next you're going to tell me that James Woods is Jewish.
You need to see the jazz singer.
I have seen it. Oh, stop. Stop with the Neil Diamond already, okay? America is begging you, stop. Please.
Longfellow Serenade.
See what I mean? Oh, God. You know what that sounds like? Stop it. Stop it. That sounds exactly like the beginning of the Monkees. A little bit me, a little bit you.
A little bit. Didn't he write Monkey songs? He wrote a couple. Yeah. We'll have to find out which ones now.
Wow. Neil Diamond wrote Monkey songs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not Cracklin', Smacklin' Rosie.
Yeah, Crack Smokin' Rose.
God. Now, why are you doing this to me?
Because I'm a bastard in a basket.
Yeah, bastard in a basket. I'm just going to sit back and play Neil Diamond all day. I don't...
Sure. The music
655 votes already on today's poll.
On Soft
And I did
Favorites.
put it on at 205 yesterday, whether you like it or not. Oh, here, wait a minute. Kill that. South Padre Island, Texas. Have you seen this guy on CNN who's in the middle of Dolly?
Comic relief.
I mean, this is the all-time worst. Before, in the past, we've seen these reporters, they stand out there in the middle of a storm, and they're practically getting blown off the face of the earth. This guy just getting drenched out there it's like an act of suicide. Of course, if you worked for CNN, you'd probably want to commit sausages too, right? Unless you're Ricky Ticky Sanchez. Mm-hmm. Boy, he is emoting so bad these days you wouldn't believe it. Worse than usual. Emoting. But hey, that's America for you. Okay, let's do the break and then we'll take a look at today's survey. It's not a poll, it's a survey. So we should get 1,000 tallies on there, shouldn't we, Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so what?
We'll get the 1,000 votes.
12 minutes after 10, here's the schedule. We got the Jerk Show at 2, Mad Dog 4 to 6:50, First Bitch with Jesse Agler 6:50 to 7, which is an industry joke. 7 o'clock Dolphins Tonight, which is not a joke. It's not a laughing matter, trust me. And then Curtis for a DA 8 to 11. DA, who's been filling in for Joe Rose all week long, talking about the Marlin fans and how come they won't show up because the media, because of the Herald.
Oh, is that why?
We keep talking about the fact that nobody shows up.
I thought it was
saw a little bit
me.
of that Braves loss last night, and there was, again, huge chunks of empty orange seats. Huge, Chris.
Okay.
Huge chunks of people disguised as empty orange seats.
What do you want me to do about it?
Go out there and support your team, baby. We love the Marlins. They're in your first place. Come
All
on.
Right, you buy me the tickets and I'll go out there.
No, I'm not buying you nothing.
No. Neil Rogers God.
Hey, ice cream lovers. First, there was Ben and Jerry. Now there's something new.
Hi, I'm Neil.
And I'm Bob. Have a taste? Yes, new Neil and Bob's Gourmet Ice Cream. With exciting new flavors like Fudgicle Surprise, Blueberry, and Sorbet Hind. Neil and Bob's Gourmet Ice Cream. Have a lick?
Oh, if there's a movie that you definitely don't want to see, all you people, Shudder is the name of the movie. The only reason I got it is because I went to pick up Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and also my own personal copy of There Will Be Blood, so I can watch it again and make positive sure it wasn't really bad, and it was. And then I happened to see Shudder in there, and I'd seen the previews for that on TV, and they're like, oh, it's one of the scariest. It's a piece of garbage, man. It's about as scary as somebody with an egg fart. It's just, there's nothing scary at all. And I got halfway through it, and I refuse to watch the rest. I won't watch it.
Okay.
Chris, have you seen it?
I don't know anything about it.
Shudder.
No, I don't know it.
It's about this photographer, and he gets married. And
sounds scary.
They keep seeing, that was the scary part. And they keep seeing these ghost pictures. This chick, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't want to. It's just boring. It's kind of like There Will Be Blood, but even more boring. If that's possible. WQAM, hello.
It's very cutting edge.
Yeah, okay. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
I find it interesting that Nils Lofgren has written an album of all Neil Young songs.
Yeah.
All right, let me know.
But you know what?
About the movies or whatever you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Let him know. Yeah, we'll send you a telegram by Western Union. Who was it? Did Western Union the five Americans? Was that the name of the group?
I don't know.
You don't have Western Union in your collection of fantastic hits?
Looking.
The Five Americans is the name of the group. There it is.
Yes.
Good song, too. 1968, 69-ish?
67.
67. Close. And the board goes back.
Things went wrong today. Bad news came away.
It's better than Neil Diamond, I'll tell you that. A Lake Worth retiree hit the jackpot at the Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek on Saturday, winning more than $2 million on the quarter slots. Well, the quarter slot guy, it's not our quarter slot guy, though, we know, because our quarter slot guy called on Tuesday. That schmuck. Am I right, Chris? When George was out sick?
Yep.
Zach was on for you on Tuesday, by the way, and Zach was kissing the DA's ass Tuesday morning. And I chastised it for him the whole show, but he, And he also admitted that he was the one responsible for you guys not being able to get the free food anymore.
That's right.
Oh, you know the story?
Yeah, I know the story. I still don't blame Zach.
Well, he took the blame himself.
Nevertheless.
He said he opened up his stupid mouth and said, and my suggestion was that everybody order a lot of food and just put the bill on Joe Bell's door. Just tape it to his door.
Expense it.
That's right, expense account. So then that way you won't be getting food that, you're plugging. Somebody will be paying for it. It'll be him or the station or somebody. Quit being such a cheap ass, Joe Bell. My God. It isn't bad enough you want the people to work for free, then you don't want them even to get any free food? What kind of a grave-robbing bastard in a basket are you, my God?
Bastard in a basket!
And don't send me any more damn messages either. Is there a way I can block him? I guess I could, couldn't I?
Yes.
No, I can't. You keep saying yes. I try to block all these Viagra, Cialis things I get on my, especially on Yahoo.
They keep changing their addresses.
Oh, my God. Dorothy Williams wants you to know that you can get that thing up again. Dorothy, just go away. $2,029,595.34 to be exact, this guy. The amount is thought to be a Florida record for a slots payout. Nearly double the previous record of $1.1 million, won in March at the same casino by a nurse from Margate. Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek Place. Casino officials did not name the 65-year-old winner, who requested that his identity be kept secret. 65, my God, that's old. You realize pretty soon I'm going to be 66.
Yeah.
Well, at least then it won't be 65 anymore.
Right.
Saturday's payout came from a Vegas-style slot machine connected to the other tribal casinos across the country. The odds are harder, but the large pool of slots nationwide makes the payouts that much bigger. And guess what he won on?
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, you got it there, so you're reading it. The 65-year-old won on a Wheel of Fortune quarter slot machine. He has 5 days to decide whether to take the lump sum payout or 25 payments over time. And the reason he has to make that decision is because in Florida and all across the U.S., you got to pay taxes on gambling winnings, which is the most outrageous pile of crap. I mean, the odds are stacked so bad against you, and you finally win something. Oh, well, would you like that in an annuity? And, if you live to be 100, you might get the money. What a bunch of crap. Lump sum or 25 payments over time. The guy's 65 years old already, okay? What do you want to do, live to be 100 so we can collect all the money? Just give me a check for the $2,029,595.34. That's what I say. And cut the crap. WQAM, hello.
Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
This is Brady Quinn. I want you inside my butt.
QAM, hello.
Hey, talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, what's going on, bro?
What do you got?
Nothing much. I just wanted to call.
And? Oh, he just wanted to call. I don't have anything to say. He just wanted to call. Yeah, that picture of Brady Quinn is on our website now.
Yeah.
Now, Chris thinks that Brady is simulating oral sex in that picture.
I'll have to go look at it now.
Yeah. Well, he's half naked in there, but he's also got his arm in front of his beautiful body. I mean, you know. And he's got this other guy who don't look too bad either, half naked standing there. Every time you see Brady Quinn, it's with a bunch of naked guys.
Anyway,
hands on guys' crotches and stuff like that.
That's exactly what he's doing.
No kidding. No kidding.
Well, you said it like,
Why is it that
Chris is the only one that thinks so.
You always treat me like I'm some kind of...
You said it like Chris was delusional.
Chris is delusional, but that's beside the point. Chris is delusional.
Well, I do work here, so.
Yeah, that's right. He works for peanuts. And he can't even accept the peanuts unless he pays for them. Because Joe Bell is a bastard from a basket. Bastard from a basket! I mean, it's just, not is the movie only boring and inane, none of it makes any sense.
No.
And you already know when he puts the kid on the train, you already know he's going to abandon.
Yeah.
I abandoned my son! He wasn't too credible there in church when he was receiving the blood of Christ or whatever that was.
It was funny. He was being baptized.
Yeah, I know that. See, there he goes again. Like I'm some kind of an imbecile. I don't know he's going to be baptized while they smeared all the water all over him.
You said when he was receiving the blood of Christ.
Whatever the hell he was receiving, okay? He was taking it somewhere. And he never had a wife, you know.
No, I know.
They kept asking him all during the movie, and I think there's some message in there. Who's that guy he was living with? Mm-hmm. I'm finished. And it didn't make any difference. He had so much money that I guess he could get away and do whatever the hell he wanted. Is that part of the point? Like and you notice there was no blood when he shot his fake brother in the head twice, yes. And there was no blood. It was like a little...
Maybe it was on the other side.
And even though the movie is in color, of course, but it might as well have been a lot of the scenes just in black and white. Like when he finally bashes Eli over the head with a bowling pin and splits his skull open, and the pool of blood is forming on the bowling alley, and the blood is black. 687, did I ever read this? I never even read this pool. What's the highest level of schooling you completed? It's a survey. Some college, 228. Graduated from college, 213. Well, we got an educated crowd. Can't you tell by the calls?
Oh, yeah.
Postgraduate, 115. Graduated from high school, 84. High school dropout, 18. Elementary school dropout, 14. Currently in college, 10. Currently in high school, 3. And junior high or middle school dropout, 2. What about kindergarten dropouts? We got a few of those.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Olympic ice capades, man, it's such a dirty trade. Tanya tries to win. She was second best and it hurt her so. Nancy Kerrigan, the bitch was gonna win again. Tanya plots revenge, hires out a henchman. As Nancy K was leaving the ring, she snuck up from behind. Bang, bang, Tanya's silver hammer came down upon her knee. Bang, bang, Tanya's silver hammer made sure of victory. Olympic medal round, Tanya is an ugly crowd. Boo her every move. She can't find her groove, she's off balance. She forgoes her plan, makes her way into the stands, murder on her mind. She has never minded a challenge. The crowd, they make a break for the door, but it's too late to run. Bang, bang, Tanya's silver hammer just smashing in their heads. She would not leave little hammer till 2048, Tanya's at the pearly gate. St. Pete checks his book. He gives her a look and he tells her, no, oh, oh, oh. She claims she's innocent, laces up and throws a fit. Eternity's on the line. This guy's out of line and he's got to go, oh, oh, oh. As St. Pete was turning the page, Tanya took her aim. Bang, bang, Tanya's silver hammer rang St. Peter's bell. But skates can kill no saints in heaven, and she went straight to hell.
10:33. I was just reading some crap on the internet. There's a lot of interesting crap on the internet about race announcers.
Okay.
And it had nothing to do with race callers, but there was a line about Harry Carey. In the middle of a Cubs game, he yelled out, "Oh, look at who's down in the crowd there. Seika is here."
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? So Harry liked his porno. What the hell's wrong with that? He was an old drunk. Why not? Mm-hmm. Old pervo. We can respect that. We like that. We like perverts on this show.
Sure.
It's a show about perverts, broadcast by perverts, and, of course, bastards from the basket. A Boone County woman. Where's Boone County? Oh, this is Indiana. Is that named after Pat Boone?
Maybe.
Or Boone Pickens, T. Boone Pickens, who's saying, "Oh, don't you get that oil now? We're gonna." Oh man, what a nut job! Have you seen those spots?
Yeah.
A Boone County woman accidentally stabbed herself in the foot with a 36-inch sword used in a Wiccan ceremony in a Lebanon cemetery. Police said.
I heard that story.
You did?
Yeah, it's
no,
funny. Sure did.
According to a Lebanon Police Department news release, Catherine Gunther, 36, was performing a Wiccan ceremony of thanks in Oak Hill Cemetery around 12:15 Saturday morning when she ran the blade through her left foot. She said in an interview Monday that she'd had a run of good luck recently, wanted to give thanks with the right. Gunther said she was aiming to put a sword in the ground when it accidentally hit her foot. A sword. It wasn't the first time I performed a ritual, but it was the first time I put a sword through my foot, she said. She immediately pulled the sword out of her foot, and her companions transported her to Witham Memorial Hospital. According to police, no charges are expected to be filed in the case, although Gunther and her friends were warned against trespassing in the cemetery after established visiting hours with her Wiccan crap. I wonder if she knows any bastards in a basket. That was just the icing on the cake, that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Just to prove he was a hard-ass old bastard, and as if we didn't already know that.
And
didn't we already have a pretty good idea that he was a heartless, cruel, rotten son of a bitch? Didn't we already know that? You bet.
You're saying and the whole movie.
Right. Yeah, and so what's the point?
Right.
He's a nasty, rotten, old, thieving piece of turd, and what else?
I kept asking, is this a true story? Because that's the only excuse that you'd have to make it a story. Yeah, but no, it's a made-up story, so what's the point?
WQAM, hello. QAM chewing line.
Hey, yeah, and then that scene with the when he calls him the bastard in the basket is, "You're going to be my competitor. Don't you know that?"
Yeah.
But listen, Neil, don't wait anymore. The best movie is Eastern Promises. Don't drag your feet anymore.
Why?
Puts the bastard in the basket.
Why, is it going away somewhere?
No, but you keep talking about some other movies, and you had the opportunity yesterday. Do you want tickets to movies? Eastern Promises.
What do you mean I had the opportunity yesterday? How do you know what I had the opportunity to do yesterday? What does that mean?
Oh, you said you were at the video store.
I never said it was yesterday.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, get with it. You better start taking better notes, man.
Okay.
See ya. A campaigner against Heathrow Airport's third runway has attempted to glue himself to Gordon Brown at a Downing Street reception. Dan Glass, a member of Plain Stupid, that's Plane, was about to receive an award from the Prime Minister when he stuck out his superglued hand and touched his sleeve. Plain Stupid, says Mr. Glass from North London, then glued his hand to Mr. Brown's jacket as he shook his hand, but Downing Street said there had been no stickiness of any significance. It was a sticky situation. Plain Stupid recently gained publicity by mounting a protest on the roof of Parliament. Spokesman Graham Thompson said Mr. Glass, a 24-year-old postgraduate student at Strathclyde University, had smuggled a small amount of glue through Downing Street security checks in his underwear at about 1700. He smuggled the glue in his undies. All right. Woo! Mr. Thompson said his organization was attempting to make Mr. Brown stick to his environmental promises. Isn't that cute? Little play on words. Not. Those stodgy Brits, man, they got a sense of humor or what? Makes you wonder how the hell Monty Python was so funny, because all the other Brits really just tragic, including that Mr. Bean.
Right, maybe that's why.
Why?
And they're all pent up, so that when they do comedy, they really go into it.
Monty Python was the only funny British people I ever can. Can you come up with another one?
Good point.
No.
Let me think about that.
What was that, Faulty Towers?
Yeah, well, that was a spin-off, kind of. That was John Cleese.
But it was crap.
It was not funny, no.
No, and neither was Mr. Bean. He's a has-been, if you ask me. Kind of like me, a has-been. And Footsie.
What do you call it? The show that he was in, not the Mr. Bean character, but the Blackadder, the one series, just the one, was very funny.
The Blackadder?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of different Blackadder series starring him and a bunch of other people.
Blackadder was a snake.
It is. It's the name of a TV show also.
Well, what sense does that make? Is that like Monty Python?
That was the name of the character that...
is that like Monty Python? Is
yes,
that a rip-off
like
of that?
No.
Snake names?
Yeah, there it is.
709 tallies on our survey. What's the highest level of schooling you completed? Is there any point in reading it? Look at all the educated people we got out there, and obviously they're smart enough not to call.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Neil, this is Randy West. And if you can't tell the difference between me and Ron Jeremy, you should try girls.
Do you know anything about chocolate?
From the controversial mayor of New Orleans comes a brand new chocolate treat.
This will be chocolate.
Racist peanut butter cups.
How do you make chocolate?
It's a delicious blend of dark chocolate.
You take dark chocolate,
surrounding a super dome of peanut butter. And because it's Ray Nagin's racist peanut butter cups, all the peanut butter has been moved out and replaced with chocolate.
That's the chocolate I'm talking about.
Just the way God intended.
It's the way God wants it to be.
And be sure to try the delicious new chocolate drink, Megan's Quick.
You mix it with white milk, and it becomes a delicious drink.
And for chocolate and nothing but chocolate, try Reese's Pieces.
You can't have chocolate no other way.
You can't have it. 16 to 11. I just put away my 2 discs, that I had in the CD. If I can turn the CD decks off. Because like I said, I'm playing all oldie moldies today. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have.
I'm playing a lot of oldie moldies today that we haven't heard in a long time.
All right.
Can you play some Mickey and Eisner? No.
Ooh.
Doesn't that just grind you after a while?
Yeah.
Although we did have 3 lady callers on Tuesday. Isn't that exciting?
That is exciting.
Wasn't that good, Chris? We had good callers on Tuesday. A few.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, we had a couple good ones.
It wasn't too bad. It was a decent show, even without you.
Gee.
Not because you weren't here, but just, you just missed a decent show. I'm not going to say it's going to happen again.
Maybe I'll listen to the archives.
No.
I know.
No, listen to Ken Charles on IOD.
Who?
Then you won't have to do any show prep. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that Eastern Promise is pretty damn good. I saw it over the weekend.
What's it about?
It is about a Russian-connected mafia guy who's living in London with a bunch of prostitutes and heroin and people killing each other and beating the crap out of each other.
Oh. Okay.
It was actually pretty good. It was quite a nice suspenseful drama. It was good. It's 2 hours. What's the big deal?
No,
that and, hey, just had a great sandwich at Howie's. Got to give him a plug.
Okay, go ahead. Did you pay for it? No, that was it. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, well.
Well, I want to find out if he paid for it, because if he didn't pay for it, Jolly Joe's going to come knocking his door down. He's going to give him what for. I still have that memo here somewhere. A lot of people in the summertime, they're here, they're there, they're gone.
Sure.
And they miss some of the excitement that goes on here at QAM. Here it is. I saved the memo, dated July 9th. To all staff from Josh Darrow, carbon copy, Joe Bell, Ray Food Delivery. From this point moving forward, all food ordered to the radio station must be bought and paid for. We can no longer receive food free of charge. Any food or restaurant mentioned on the air must be tied to a sales or promotions program. You can still talk about restaurants and food on the air as it relates to legitimate show content. Well, thank you so much, Clarence, you jackass.
You fairy.
Oh, my God. I get choked up just thinking about it. So just another example of Jolly Joe Bell being a hard ass and trying to make everybody miserable. Make everybody as unhappy as they possibly can be. That's his role in life. He's kind of like Daniel Day-Lewis in that movie, Daniel Plainview. He didn't like anybody, remember?
No, yeah, I know.
Didn't like anybody. That's Jolly Joe Bell. He don't like anybody. He pretends he likes you, but I would definitely not turn my back toward his fat ass.
All right.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, I got a movie recommendation.
Yeah.
Antoine Fisher.
What is that?
It's a movie.
Antoine Fisher?
No, it's...
Is that like Macy Fisher?
No, Antoine Fisher, based on a true story. Denzel Washington's in it. It came out like 3-4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
True story about what?
About this guy's life and how he grew up in a foster home and he was abused and he came out on top.
Oh, my God, sounds depressing.
No, it's very inspiring.
Was he a bastard from a basket?
Yes, but...
okay, well, I've already seen one of those. 723 on the survey. We're going for 1,000 today. Chris has lost his mind. You're crazy.
What? We can do it.
Based on what? Based on the 24th of July and there's nobody in town?
Uh-huh.
You can go bowling on the streets of South Florida because there's nobody around? Nobody with a half a brain? Anybody that's got more than like $5 to their name and the opportunity to take the time off, they're gone. You do understand that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. And, of course, I said anybody with more than $5 to their name, which left both of you out, but
That's
nevertheless. Right. WQAM, hello. Now, you notice that? I punched it nice and, like, firm, like a real man.
I heard you.
WQAM, hello.
I'm a bastard.
In a basket case. QAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to call and tell you I shoved this Werner's so...
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I paid for that sandwich, so Joe Bell could stick it up his ass. It was
Okay. In fact, here's the rest of the sandwich, Joe, and he wants you to stick it deep
Rectum.
in your ass. An ass sandwich. Yeah, that's right.
What if you took a tongue sandwich? No, I'm sorry.
That's not what's in it. That's where you stick it. An ass sandwich for Jolly Joe, who's all ass. How do you like that, him sending me an email? Well, how would you react to that? Well, I mean, I don't mean if he sent you one, but...
Ignore it.
You'd ignore it? You wouldn't be put
No,
off
if I
by
were
it?
you, I would ignore it.
Well, I mean, I'm not paying any attention
Life's
to
too
it.
short, especially at your age, to be wasting
What
any
does that
time.
mean?
Don't waste
What does
any
that
time
mean?
on
Am I gonna
minutia.
croak anytime soon?
Any minute now.
Sound like
Any
these callers now.
minute. Any minute could be your last. Don't waste a minute of your time on anything other than fun.
Fun? When the hell does that start?
That's right.
2 o'clock, I guess.
Sure.
No, I'm having fun here so far today. It's been a blast. You believe me? No. Got jerks coming up at 2 o'clock, though. We had a caller on Tuesday that was actually defending that show. Remember, Chris? He was talking about D.A. having a point because he's so bad and about how all he does is talk about sports. He doesn't do any entertainment as opposed to Jerks who does all this other whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
As opposed to Jerks who does all that jive crap, whatever it is he does.
Coming at ya. Coming at ya.
Whatever that is. What is that?
It's coming at you.
I mean, I know what it is.
Crap.
Yeah. WQAM, hello. What a shame. QAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that them Cubbies are playing the Marlins tonight.
Don't care. Didn't care last week, won't care next week, and you can take your Cubbies and stick them where the moon don't shine.
This is the year.
Yeah, this is the year they'll fold up again like an accordion. Keep telling yourself that, moron. Moron. Idiot. How'd the Marlins do last night, by the way? Did they really lose 9-4, or did somebody just make that up?
They really
Somebody
lost
just made that up. Probably Norman Braman made that up because he's, he don't like the organization.
Hey, your buddy Richard Simmons is on the Hill.
What?
Your buddy Richard Simmons is on the Hill.
Congressmen and presidential candidates in order to let everyone know how important this is.
Oh, my God.
And here I stand with a vision today. Everyone is not a jock. Everyone cannot play sports. Everyone cannot run. But everyone can be fit. It's not important if you're a jock. It's important that you have your health.
How about if you wear a jock?
And right now, do not have.
I guess you don't know anything about QAM.
I have a vision. I know of
There
the
we have Richard
economic-
Simmons, just a portion of some of his testimony.
Oh, come on. You're no fun. They cut him off in mid-scream. Hey, Richard.
You fairy.
This is what your Congress, this is America's Congress hard at work.
So we're told that he will switch into that famous workout wear for a rally and some...
Oh, my God. Are you schmitting me? How about if he pulls out a deck of cards now and does Deal-A-Meal right there in front of the house? Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you see the Dark Knight by any chance?
No, I did not.
No.
George saw it.
I
with
was kind of
Chris.
disappointed. I know George was kind of disappointed with it. There was a few good parts. Heath Ledger played a really good role. Like
But
when
he's
he shoved the
still
pencil
dead,
through
though.
the guy's head, that was a magic trick.
Mm-hmm. He's still dead, though.
He's ruining the movie on purpose. He can't keep a straight face. Frank here.
You take care, Neil.
What do you mean he's ruining the movie?
He's giving away things in the movie. He's a smart-ass. He's a crank. School's out, and he's giving things away. And he couldn't keep a straight face.
And?
Nothing.
Richard Simmons couldn't keep a straight face
Well,
either.
he couldn't keep straight anything, could he?
No.
No. You fairy.
WQAM, hello.
Hoops and heat and hoops and heat and oh my.
There you go. That's QAM for you in a nutshell. A really nice synopsis there of what QAM's all about. And that bit with Richie Simmons saying not everybody can be a jock, but everybody better wear one. That's the Beasley credo, man. You can't always be a jock, but you better wear one.
On your face.
And at the very least, you better sniff one. Especially if Brady Quinn wore it once. Hey, Brady.
You fairy.
What a screamer. Now, why do you think he's doing all that? Because all the rumors about him being...
gay.
Or maybe he is. Maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. It conjures up some real images. Maybe that's why the Dolphins didn't draft him. QAM, hello. Now, how about that ugly chick that was with him on draft day, Chris? Was that just his beard?
Yeah, maybe.
Richard Simmons is my friend.
WQAM, yeah, birds of a feather. WQAM, hello.
My name is Joe West.
WQAM, hello.
Where's all the white people?
WQAM, hello.
Yo, Neil, great show.
Yeah.
Hey, what was I going to tell you? What about some Seminole Cruz? That's some oldie goldies right there. Please, I've been asking you for like a month. Hey, Lou, can you come over to my house to cut my grass today? I know you're listening. Nah, man. Julio's in the house.
£567-0560, pound 560. I'll tell you, we're getting some variety here this week, which really shocks the hell out of me. Then we have some variety there on Tuesday, Chris?
Yeah, we had more. Well, this had more women callers then.
We had some different people. That was my point. Not that we had the three women. I just said that a minute ago.
No.
You're like a parrot. You just repeat like the callers. Just repeat whatever I say.
Whatever you say.
Well, we're not going to make you any money. How's Josh Cordes doing, by the way? I see you got the stories up again today. Very good. We had one day, I forget what day it was. He just didn't bother getting them up at all. Was it last Monday or Tuesday, whatever day? Maybe it was Tuesday when George was out sick. Maybe George and Cordes were like hanging out together, and so Josh didn't have. Maybe George was preventing him from doing his duty.
That's it. Figured it all out.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
How's things in Toronto?
Excellent.
A couple years ago, I took the train from Toronto to Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Ate at Schwartz's Deli and then drove up into Laurentians. You ever done anything like that?
No.
Are you against going to Montreal because of the French-speaking...
That is correct. I've been there about 5 times, and I will not be going back.
Did you eat at Schwartz's Deli?
Too many frogs. No, I didn't eat at Schwartz's Deli.
You did?
I know where it is, though. I've seen it.
The smoked beef. Famous.
Yeah. Oh, horrible.
Oh, you don't like it?
Horrible.
But you didn't have it.
You know what that is? That's pastrami for frogs, smoked meat. That's what that is. Pastrami for goyim.
All right,
okay, well, listen, have a good time on the train.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
This is the Neil Rogers Show.
rock solid.
Your brain. Any questions?
Hello, American Yankees. Are you tired of your kids protesting breakfast every morning? Well, start new breakfast revolution with Tiananmen Squares. The delicious new cereal kids love because we say so. Tiananmen Squares. 3 flavors kids like most. Rice, sugar, soy sauce. Is MSG-rific. Feed gang of 4, no problem. Tiananmen Squares. If you get only 1 square meal a day, make it Tiananmen Squares. That's right, Chairman. You get a mouthful in every bite. Pacific Rim Shop, very funny joke. You eat, you ride, you go work. Quell the uprising in your belly with new Tiananmen Squares. Frito tank in every box.
11:02 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday, July 24. A lot of open lines on that phone. We have a lot of open things. Oh, and I mentioned it on Tuesday, and you were out sick. I saw a vacancy again.
Okay.
Because I knew you liked it.
It was all right.
I thought you liked it.
I liked it fine. It was not like a lot of surprises or something in it. I didn't hate it. Like's a pretty strong word.
Like it?
I gave it an adequate.
I'm not saying there was any great acting in it.
No, it was fine. I mean, it was no There Will Be Blood. But then what
Oh,
is?
thank God for that. It was just a wee bit more exciting than that.
Yeah, tad bit.
And let me ask you, what happened to all the rats in the tunnel?
I don't know.
Remember when they were crawling through the tunnel the first time on the way into the orifice? And then every time somebody was crawling through the tunnel again going back, the rats all vamoosed. Maybe they got out.
Maybe they're on a schedule.
Is that it? Maybe they went schluffing. The legal fight over that new Florida Marlins stadium. And by the way, Chubze and Dreard with that new stadium. Okay, David Sampson, you fairy.
You fairy.
You simpering idiot. The legal fight is linked ever so tenuously to the fate of a controversial 4-lane road project 700 miles away in the Florida Panhandle. Never learn your lesson in South Florida, do you? You let the politicians keep sticking it to you, man. People must like getting raped at it. There must be the Mo mentality. They like getting raped at it in South Florida. How's the old Miami Arena doing? How's Miami Stadium doing? I still think what we ought to do is have a venue on every street corner. An arena, a stadium. What do you think?
Sure. Like Starbucks.
Then there'll be no excuses. Oh, it's so far from where I live. It'll be right there on the corner. That's right, just like Starbucks and Tim Hortons. State Circuit Judge Jerry Beth Cohen is delaying a decision that could make or break the Marlins' bid for a new retractable roof stadium on the old Orange Bowl site. I mean, what does it take? How many years of nobody showing up does it take before somebody gets the message? Nobody freaking cares. Don't you get it? I don't give a crap what DA says with his point. With, you know. He just hasn't been around long enough to figure out it's a front-running, phony horseball town. It's not a sports town. Yeah, we got 16 sports stations now, but that's because nobody knows what else to put on the air. Because they won't let George program the station. And put, what's-her-name, Brooke Daniels back on the air.
Yeah.
There you go. That would be a big hit, the Babbling Brook Show. That's right. When in doubt, drag her ass out. For some waxy bulldog. Auto dealer Norman Braman is challenging the legality of the $3 billion downtown Miami mega plan. One of Braman's arguments, the city and county cannot use bonds backed by property taxes generated inside community redevelopment area districts without putting the project before the voters. And, of course, they know that if they put this before the voters would say overwhelmingly, no way. They've done poll after poll after poll, and believe you me, the public don't want no part of it. Judge Cohen and a covey of elected leaders and bond salesmen across the Sunshine State are anxiously awaiting a decision by the Florida Supreme Court on the case from Escambia County. I wonder who put the scam in Escambia County. In May 2006, Escambia County Commissioners approved issuing up to $135 million in bonds to pay for a new 4-lane road on Perdido Key near Pensacola. Dr. Gregory Strand sued in state Supreme Court to block the bond issue, which would have opened up the island to additional development pressures. As Maria Bartiromo would say, the market's under pressure. It's under pressure. Just like those bags on her eyes are under pressure. Looks like her eyes are going to pop right out. That crazy bitch. How's the market doing today, by the way, George?
What?
You mean what?
You mean like what? Like Doris Market?
Yeah, how's Doris Market doing? What's his name doing?
What's his name?
Our friend down the street from IOD, Sonny. Oh, the Dow's down 113.5 points. And the S&P is down. Remember the S&P is up guy? Well, the S&P is down. I can also tell you the price of oil. Oil's going down. See what they do? This is the way it works. They get it up to this 124.16, 124 bucks a barrel. They get it up to 140, and then it gets to 124, which is still way, way unacceptable. And then they say, oh, you see, it went down. That's the psychology, Dave. Like gas will be $4.50 a gallon. Then when it gets to like $3.99, they'll say, oh, it's under $4 a gallon now. What a bargain. That's the way they rape the world. It's all part of the big, grand scheme to separate you from every dime you can find. Anyway, Dr. Strand sued to block the thing. His Tallahassee attorney, David Theriak, said Strand believes developers, not current Perdido property owners, should pay to widen the road. Strand argued the state constitution prohibits Escambia County from issuing bonds backed with property taxes without subjecting the project to a voter referendum. That's what we need in Dade County, a referendum. Here's another one of these facts from the same person again. Remember these on Tuesday?
Uh-huh. I wasn't here.
You know, this is pathetic. Like I don't already know this? Neil, just heard you complaining about the lump sum payout at the Seminole Casino. You should know it's not specific to the Indians. Most slot jackpots work the same way. You get a choice. Like I don't already know that? I mean, do the Indians control the lottery? No. Doesn't the lottery work the same way? Yes. Most slot jackpots work the same way. You get a choice of an annuity or a lump sum. It has nothing to do with Florida state law or U.S. government taxes. Sure it does. It is true that if a Canadian citizen wins the jackpot in Canada, they don't have to pay income tax, but that's a separate issue. No, if anybody wins a jackpot in Canada, whether they're a citizen or not, there are no taxes on gambling winnings in Canada, eh? You moron. In addition, it makes no difference if you're a U.S. citizen, as you'll have to pay tax on it anyway. The U.S. government is the only one in the world that taxes its citizens on all worldwide income, which means if you win any jackpot over $1,200, whether on a cruise in international waters, any casino or lottery in Macau, Monte Carlo, Canada, you're responsible to report it to the IRS yourself. The casino will not report it to the IRS, as the U.S. obviously has no jurisdiction. Let me say it again. There are no taxes anywhere in the world on gambling winnings in Canada, eh? So you can just continue writing page after page. You ought to see this thing. Spent a half an hour typing out all this crap. And again, don't know what he's talking about. There are no taxes on gambling winnings here. No matter who you are, where you came from, where you stuck to the quarter slot. You quisling. You ferret. Another guy giving me a lecture on stuff he knows nothing about. And then he goes on later in the facts to say that the U.S. is the only country in the world that taxes its people on all their gambling winnings. Are you following that?
I'm following it.
Out of the loop.
Already out.
I mean, I know you don't need the money.
Oh, yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, do it.
QAM, hello.
Hi, I'm T. Boone Pickens, and I approve this message.
Go pick it. Go pick it at the ticket. Stand outside with a big cardboard sign that says, I'm a moron, okay? That's why I'm over here at the ticket with Dennis Collins. Remember that day, the snooze cruise?
Yeah.
When we put the tombstone on the lawn out there in front of what used to be WNWS, 790 on the dial.
They wouldn't receive it, those humorless bastards. They wouldn't take it.
Bastards in a basket! Bastard in a basket! Now, am I wrong? Does the movie seem like it goes on for at least 10 hours?
I had to watch it in 2 installments, as a matter of fact.
I mean,
got to take a break.
On and on and on. And they're drilling, and the oil is pouring, and the people are dying, and he's a miserable bastard, with or without the basket. And then that's it. That's the story that we watched for 100 hours. Go. Nothing ever happens. I think the last significant thing that happens is when the kid gets injured, and loses his hearing. And then that's early in the movie. That's like about a third of the way through the 40 hours. After that, nothing happens. Except, of course, he kills Eli with a bowling pin at the end of the movie. Oh, you just ruined it for us. Good. No. I'm saving you a lot of grief, okay? I'm saving you the money, and I'm saving 75 hours of your life watching Swill. Oh, but it's highly acclaimed. That's why I'm not going to watch that. What's the other one that they're all raving about that you keep ripping? No Country for Old Men. Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't.
Highly acclaimed.
Yeah, I know.
The pseudo-intellectuals, the critics, the lunatics, the maniacs, the drama school graduates. How's our survey doing on graduates, by the way? 758. We better get to 800 by noon, or you're not going to make it. I don't think it's going to happen.
759. We'll get there.
Whoa! What's the highest level of schooling you completed? Some college, 249. Graduated from college, 242. Postgraduate, 123. Graduated from high school, 90. High school dropout, 21. Elementary school dropout, 17. Currently in college, 11. Currently in high school, 3. Junior high or middle school dropout, 3. And we got to put kindergarten dropout on there, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like Prozac Ron.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Tom Brady's out. I want some Quinn. You ain't seen no man quite like Brady Quinn. You fairy.
Yay.
He's a football playing dude, a solid wall of meat. The kind of guy that I want to do, that's good enough to eat. You fairy. I wonder if he'll go on a date, but there's no chance at all. So does that make me a sports queer if I want to see him grab the ball?
Absolutely.
Oh, baby, wow. Look at that kid. You ain't seen no man quite like Brady Quinn. I got a high-def TV screen that helps me see his buns. I can drool all I wanna, but I ain't gonna ever get none.
Rectum.
Notre Dame's a business school, okay, that's not so great. But I'm gushing over him madly, at least until he's 28. Tom Brady's out. I want some Quinn. You ain't seen no man quite like Brady Quinn. Oh, baby, wow. Look at that kid. You ain't seen no man quite like Brady Quinn.
11:18 at 560 WQAM. I'm thinking like Mr. Potato Head. If we're going to put Tom Brady's head on Brady Quinn's body.
Yeah. Have
And Brady Quinn might actually enjoy that. He'd probably like having Tom Brady's head. 5670560. I was going to say something else, but I better not because we get joiced, you know.
That's right.
Similar, but not exactly the same. And the board goes back. When are they going to bring back the good shows like Constipation with Hugh Downs and Art James? That was a good show. You don't remember that show?
Sure I do. I used to play along with that. Concentration was a good show.
Yeah. And the board goes back. I keep thinking of like Jeopardy and Art James. What was not Art James? I can't think of that guy's name ever, the original host. Art Flinder.
Okay.
5670560. Let's get this phone smoking here, man. It's only 11:19 for Christ's sakes. On the 24th of July. Don't you people want to vote for that Marlins stadium, huh? So that the Marlins can go play in a dome stadium way down there in the Yenamsveld where nobody wants to go? And you can pay $100 to park on people's lawn like it used to be in the Orange Bowl? Remember that? You don't, because you don't go. You don't participate. Right. You don't subsidize all our great sporting events in South Florida.
It's my fault.
It's George's fault that the Marlins don't draw flies. If you would go to the games, more people would show up. Like Pharrell. That was the other thing that they were talking about. The most idiotic thing I ever heard in my life. About how Pharrell used to promote the Marlins. And I pointed out, the only thing he ever promoted was himself.
Well, it was a caller that called in about that.
Yeah, and he was full of crap. And you know it.
Oh, yeah,
I know it. All he ever did was promote himself and create unbelievable nightmarish situations, most of which we can't talk about on the air. Remember that?
Yep.
Zach remembered it. George remembers it. I remember it. I'm sure Greg Greed remembers it. Bah, 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 bah. Come see me at the ballpark. Bring some hot babes. Bah, 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 bah. WQAM, hello. QAM, hola. Hello.
You're the best.
Yeah, I know. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, how's everything? Listen, how come you don't go to Amsterdam anymore?
I just got back from there.
Ah, beautiful. You have a good day, Neil.
Well, wait a minute. Why is it beautiful that I just went there? Well, what's it to you?
Click.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. Why does he care whether I go there or not, okay? It's boring. After you've been there the first 100 times, it gets boring. I mean, there were a lot of interesting people there, and it was packed with tourists, and, you know, they still got the Albert Heijn Express for sandwiches on the damn rack, and Mickey D's and Kentucky Fried. They got a Subway there now. I'm not talking about the one you ride. I'm talking about the one you eat.
Oh.
They got Subway sandwiches now.
Huh.
That's how bad the rest of the food is there. In fact, I didn't go there, but probably would have been a big improvement over at least one of the meals I had. It's pretty murky at DeMarquis. Don't go eat there. Ah, fat. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, Neil. Just wanted to say, man, you're doing a fabulous job filling in for George on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right, that's right.
Okay, man.
George is the best. George is the best.
It was almost as funny as the first time you made that call about a month ago.
My line from Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just feeding back a line that I used on Tuesday. That's all they can do. They have nothing to say, so what they do is they repeat back to us whatever we just got through saying.
When are you going to Amsterdam?
Yeah, how come I don't go anymore?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But I just got back from Rome and Amsterdam, which if you listened and paid any attention, schmuck, you would have known that. When are you people going to get a life?
I have no life.
Forget about my life. Forget about George's life. Forget about Chris's life.
Oh, yeah.
Find your own life.
I have no life.
No.
Stop trying to exist vicariously through us.
If they had their own life, we wldn't have as many listeners.
How come you don't talk about Vegas anymore, Neil? How'd you like to have $1 million for each one of those calls we've had? About how come I don't want to go to Vegas anymore. I don't wanna. WQAM. QAM, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Neil, someone told me you were playing some Neil Diamond earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, Neil, don't do that. I'm about to drive off in a canal if I hear that you're going to play Neil Diamond. That's terrible, Neil. What's
George was playing it. George was playing it.
Oh, George was. Tell George to knock it off.
Knock it off, George.
Yeah, thank you, Neil.
Yeah, okay. Schmuck. Somebody told him we were playing Neil Diamond before. A little bird told him, whispered in his ear. Maybe it was a woodpecker. 774, we're on the way to 800, and then we're going to go to 900, then we're going to go to 1,000 like Howie Dean. We're going to go all over the world, man. We're going to go to Amsterdam. We're going to go to that damn square. WQAM, hello.
It's Thursday, you bastard in a bit.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, why you want to eat up on the Brady Quinn booty?
I didn't hear who he said, whatever it was, but I dumped it anyway.
It's just as well.
Oh.
Good plan.
Was it a good plan?
Yes.
I figure when in doubt.
Right, you did the right thing.
Leave it out.
Yes.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line on a great Thursday, man. All the swill, all the slime from the bottom of the barnacles on the bottom of the ship. That's what we got left in South Florida this time of the year. And they can't figure out why nobody goes to sporting events or anything else. There's nobody there. Look around you, okay? Look around you. Sniff the daffodils. Smell the lilacs, okay? We don't get it. It must be because it's in a bad location. Let's build a stadium somewhere where nobody wants to go, like where the Orange Bowl was. Downtown Miami. Isn't that where everybody wants to go?
Oh, yeah.
And how's the old Miami Arena doing? Camilla's house is still there?
The pigeons love it.
WQAM, hello.
Say it ain't so, Batman.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I got a question. You being diabetic and all, those products or bars and stuff like that, the type of food that says that they only carry a net amount of carbs, does that affect your sugar at all?
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. That's the biggest bunch of balloons. It's a scam, yeah.
Okay.
Net carbs, my ass.
Hey, in closing, the Marlins, you guys are not the only station that the Marlins don't want to speak to or be interviewed by, so don't feel too bad, man.
Why? Who else?
105.9 has been trying to interview some guys, and they don't allow them to go on the show at all.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. So how about that? Take care, buddy.
And they're complaining that nobody shows up at the ballpark, and they won't put people on the air to promote it? Well, too bad. Your mama sews socks in hell. How do you like that, David Sampson? Hey, David.
You fairy.
780 on Chris's survey. I think you're going to get over 800 by noon, and then you got a shot.
All right.
Then you got a real, honest-to-God shot. And if we get 1,000, of course, it's not a poll, it's a survey. Just a question, like, are you alive? Like that. You wish you were dead? Things like that.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Another stunt rejoin.
You call this big market radio?
You depress me. You say I'm right and then you always second guess me. Oh, what a letdown. You call my hand before I even get my bet down. And when I'm always on the make, you seem to get a bad headache. Oh, and you depress me. So why am I in love with you? Oh, in a kitchen, you never thought three-course meals so. When there's trouble, I can count on you to leave me on the double. When I see you, I fall in love. So why am I covered with rust? Oh, and you depress me. Why am I in love with you? In love with you. When I see you, I fall in love. So why am I covered with rust? Oh, and you depress me. So why am I in love with you? All right, everybody, come on. You depress me. You say I'm right, and then you always second guess me. Oh, I'll be leaving. I'll even give you back your car and call it even. When I'm alone and by myself, you stare at me from on the shelf. Oh, and you depress me. So why am I in love with you?
I'm dying over here.
11:33, 27 to noon. You're welcome at 560 WQAM. Chris is going to make his 800 by noon. You got 790 on there already. 790? Oh, brother.
Oh, my God.
That's bad. That's bad news. 790 is bad. 5670560, pound 560. A week from yesterday, the ratings come out. The spring book. You schnook. The spring book. Take a deep breath, okay? Let's see if we can break loose out of that point at nighttime. What's the point of even keeping the transmitter going on when nobody's listening?
Yeah.
How is it possible on a once great radio station to have a day part where your number is a point? Although right in the middle of the daytime we actually had a 1 point.
They're not done.
They're not done.
They've still
with
got
what?
other day parts they can get down to that level.
Oh, well, they're working on it. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? I wanted to thank you for the recommendation on that movie, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. That was good.
Right.
Not
now,
too bad.
Don't you think it needs a sequel?
What you say?
I say, don't you think it needs a sequel?
Nah, that was my question for you. I wasn't sure if that's the movie you were talking about, but
I don't know how that would work, but maybe I kind of agree with that lady you were talking with that day that said that she thought it was fine. I thought it ended fine.
Okay.
But hey, Neil.
Yeah.
The other thing was Mad Dog had Hank in the studio the other day. He didn't say anything on the air, and I was wondering if they realize now the talent that they got rid of, because these other guys suck. That DA guy, boy, he's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Have a nice day.
He had Hank in the studio with him?
I don't know if he had Hank here now.
Oh.
I think he...
Well, this guy doesn't either because he's listening to the sound of his own voice. He hung up and turned up the radio.
I think he was hanging out with Hank or something like that, you know, at a restaurant or something a couple days ago.
What?
He was talking...
the one guy who says he had him in the studio with him on the air.
Yeah, no, he was talking about it on the air that he was hanging out with Hank, I believe.
Right.
Not that he was in studio, but that he went out to dinner with Hank and someone else.
Uh-huh.
And so he was talking about that on the
air.
Well,
Hank sure eats a lot of dinners, I'll tell you that. A lot of dinners.
That was funny.
791 on your pool. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping my eye peeled on it.
I got 795.
Well, turn it over. Give it to George. He can buy lunch with it.
Ooh.
795. You can get a lot of bacon from Howie's.
That's right.
Probably get a couple of pies maybe from Tony over there at whatchamacallits.
Tony's. Brad from Tony's.
I mean, when you stop and think about all the good, the good times and the people bringing in food and being friendly and, reaching out and touching the community and being involved. And, by the way, we're doing such a great job now that today is Thursday. Probably we got some people out there wondering, how come Neil hasn't said anything about the restaurant deal coming up at noon? Because there isn't one. Because there isn't one. We finally sold out, by the way, on Japango from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little while, but because we could only do one per customer, and because it's Death Valley Days time of the year, but we sold them out. We don't have one this week. And there's a good chance we won't have one next week either.
Correct.
Is what I'm hearing through the grapevine. And how's that thing coming that they were all breathless about, that we were going to get all these emails? Not emails, text messages from the audience. Remember that?
Yep.
Like they have over at Power, they've been doing that. They got 80 trillion text messages the first 5 minutes or something like that. Remember? The breathless stories? And you guys, we're going to get you in touch with the audience. They're going to be able to text message you, and you're going to be able to respond and read them and yuck and this and that. Well, guess what? Did they ever sell it?
No.
Is it happening?
No.
Did we hear any follow-through on it?
No.
And that's because we got great salespeople, great management people, of course, that goes without saying, but great salespeople like, what's the guy's name? Andy? Adam? Andrew. Who's too stupid to even understand that you're not going to stop the show so that you can talk to him. To just sit there patiently for 5 minutes and wait until you go into a break, and then that's the time to come in and ask you some stupid question. About, will you do a spot for a pair of binoculars that you have to pee in before you can see anything? What? Oh, that's coming next week, I'll guarantee you.
They're called the
Then you see life through rose-colored glasses.
They call it amber vision.
Right. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Neil?
Yeah?
Neil, lost 9-4.
What?
The Marlins lost last night.
The Marlins.
The Marlins?
The Marlins, say it right.
They lost last night to 4.
And?
Is that correct?
I have no line.
567-0560, pound 560 on the variety. That was Jeffrey Luria doing a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as hell wasn't David Sampson. His voice was much too low to be David. Hey, David.
You fairy.
WQAM, hello.
Tom is my friend.
WQAM, hello.
You hear the other phone ringing?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Is this the Buffalo Bills? I mean, is this the Miami Dolphins ticket office?
What do you want, sir? You got any material or not?
That was
I'm
it.
sorry?
I said, you have any material or not?
I don't know who you're talking to. We must have lines crossed.
Yeah, you got your line crossed, all right. You got it crossed. You got your foot up your ass is what you got.
Well, I think actually I'm not sure who you are, but you're absolutely extremely rude.
Right.
So I'm dialing 305-567-0560.
Right, and this is WQAM radio, as if you
I
don't
would
know.
have no way of knowing that. Is that the same number I just dialed?
Well, what do you mean you would have no way of knowing that? Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Canada. I'm calling long distance.
Calling from Canada? Whereabouts?
We're meeting whereabouts in Brantford. So.
Brantford, Ontario?
Yes.
You wouldn't know Brantford from Oshawa, man, from Medicine Hat.
Where the hell are you talking? Who have I got here?
How long you want to keep this up?
Well, firstly, here's my question. Am I calling the Miami Dolphins ticket office?
No, you absolutely are not. Let me say it again. What did I just get done telling you? It's WQAM radio in Miami.
Well, it's too bad for
Where did you get this number from?
The Dolphins website.
Yep.
From the Dolphin website?
Yep.
And what is it you want? You want Dolphin tickets? You want to see the Bills game December 7th?
No, I want to see I want to get Dolphins tickets, so I'll just make sure I'll go back.
You want to get Dolphin tickets for what?
For the Buffalo game on October 26th. So I think what's happened here is your phone number shows up on their website.
No, what it is you're looking at the advertisement for the Dolphins Tonight program.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that show blows, by the way. It's the worst show in the history of radio.
That's okay. So
why do you want to see the Dolphins? They won one game last season. Why do you want to see that?
That's okay, because I have a place in Florida. I'm bringing my family, all my sons down.
Oh, my God. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You have a place in Florida?
Oh, my God. Isn't it terrible?
Yeah, you probably are a Leafs fan, too, no doubt.
No, I'm not actually. I'm a Saints
Well, why not?
Oh,
You're a what?
It's terrible. Who the hell would want to be a Leafs fan?
I've been a Leafs fan for 50 years, man.
Well, you're sick.
That's right. and that's the reason for it. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. You wouldn't know Frank Mahovlich from Foster Hewitt.
You got to separate your brain from your heart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, Christ.
Yeah, even Christ wouldn't know the Leafs. That's right. Yeah, Johnny Bauer's coming back this year, pal. We're going to be okay.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Neil God.
Pushing the sorry butt up. 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 Cheney said lay off the ventilators. He brought investigations to an end. They were getting too close to the towel-headed bodies down in Texas for a barbecue again. Pushing the sorry butt up. 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 If they don't impeach this corporate retard, 3,000 lives will never be avenged. Cause you brainwashed monkeys are so stupid, you'll put them back in office again. Pushing the sorry butt up. 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 Is that the ARP? Pushing the sorry butt up. Pushing the sorry butt up. Pushing the sorry butt up. Pushing the sorry butt up.
Okay, 12 minutes still noon at QAM. And it goes to prove what I've always said. If you take 50 billion calls, you'll get one good one.
That was great.
That was sensational. It wasn't just great.
I knew he was Canadian because he had that quaggle that you're starting to pick up.
That I'm starting to pick up?
A little bit. Just a touch.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And look at that phone now, man. And now they've all given up. After that call, they can't top it. Can't top it. Can you top this with Arlene Francis and Bennett Cerf? Radio show before you were born. And George S. Kaufman. I wonder if George S. Kaufman was related to Joyce Kaufman, who's not Jewish, by the way. She's Haitian or something like that.
Joyce Kaufman?
Right.
You're kidding.
Let me say it again. I'm not kidding. You think everybody named Kaufman or Kaufman is Jewish?
First of all, yes. Second of all, I think you're wrong.
All right. Let me
all right.
It. You're full of crap.
Okay. If I am, I'll eat a cough drop.
And let me tell you right now, Mamacita's getting her hair done today here in Toronto.
Ooh.
And so I'm not going to.
Do they do delousing there?
Paco today because he's got. I knew that was coming. Let's see. WFTL's Joyce Kaufman. Let me take a look. 16 years, South Florida radio for 16 years without interruption. Where's the thing?
American of Puerto Rican, Italian, Austrian, Hungarian descent.
Right, there you go. Puerto Rican.
That don't mean she's not Jewish.
She's not Jewish. Joyce Kaufman.
Trust me.
Next you're going to be telling me that Jaime Rabinowitz is Jewish.
Right.
Or Yitzhak Goldstein.
They got Jews in all those places you just listed out there.
Well, guess what? We're in places under your bed in the broom closet.
Yeah.
It does say believer, probably like you. If God said it, that settles it.
What?
It says believer, probably like you. If God said it, that settles it.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's on her biography.
Why do I care? All I asked is she Jewish and she's Puerto Rican? That's why George doesn't like her.
What?
There's two groups of people George can't stand. It's Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, not necessarily in that order.
Gypsies, get it right.
Oh, gypsies. Well,
I only have a problem with gypsies.
The gypsy cried.
Yeah, not enough.
Now, who do you like better, Lou Christie or Neil Diamond? No contest.
Don't make me choose.
Right?
Don't make me choose.
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Neil, please.
Speaking.
Neil.
Yeah.
You need to do Kegel exercises so you don't poop in your pants.
Well, okay.
This is the fanny pack guy. Haven't heard from him in a long time.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
He likes the Kegels.
Oh, well, I don't even know what that is. I know what Kegel is. Oh, Lou Christie, let's hear it. The Gypsy cried. Because believable. Oh, it's two faces. Okay. The Gypsy cried.
I don't have that.
Well, I'll be damned. QAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
Don't fear me, Gypsy, for all I want is your tears.
Do you understand one word?
Not one.
No, not one word. It tickled him, though. He was in hysterics when he got finished. Maybe his boyfriend's finger was, tickling his
rectum
from the inside, of course. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. You're not exactly kicking ass anymore on your poll. I mean, you got past the 800 hump, but it's only 816. It's only 818, like I said. You need to get with it, man. You're not going to make that 1,000. If we don't make 1,000 on a survey, then that means we're done.
And we'll have tomorrow off?
Yeah, I'm not coming back till Tuesday if we don't get 1,000. We had a good show Tuesday, in spite of the fact George was out sick.
I should call him more often.
Chris was saying because of the fact that you were out sick.
That's right. I know.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I totally said that.
No, that was Zach that said that. I think Zach is looking for your job.
Hey, it's ready here.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Jamba.
In fact, I can't imagine. I can just see you switching jobs with Zach. You working on the Joe Rose show, and Zach working on here.
I'll practice my Zach voice. It's a little
Practice
deeper than
Zach and get with the sports stuff. Get with the Marlins. The Marlins.
Gotta get up and down.
Gotta move up and not down. Gotta move up and not down. That's right. Now you're talking. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes.
July 30th, the Slipknot concert. I'm going there.
The what?
The Slipknot concert.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Slipknot?
No.
They're pretty awesome. I think George should check it out.
I heard a whatnot.
Well, July 30th, West Palm Beach.
Nobody cares.
All right.
See you at the Marlin game. That's our poll question on the air today. How come we asked it on Tuesday and we had, 3 responses?
Maybe 4.
If we gave you a salami sandwich and tickets to a Marlin game, would you go?
I would go.
Sounds good to me. What?
I would go.
What are you doing in there?
What do you mean? They just fired George.
What are you doing?
I'm the executive producer of the show now.
What are you doing in there?
I thought that's what you just requested.
Yeah, just give him the password to my computer. He's surfing my porn right now.
I'm going through all George's stuff right now. What's that? Yeah, get that out of here. I don't like that.
Now, are you still, because I noticed he's not on again tomorrow. They got that horrible, Bo Camper and Danny Cannell. Talk about the blind leading the blind. 3 hours in morning drive. They're going to put that on the air. These people are insane. Whose idea was that?
Zach's.
Not Zach's.
Zach.
I just get
Why
told.
another Zach attack?
No, I got told that they were going to be on, and we're doing a Dolphins training camp show tomorrow. We're going to be previewing all the stuff, wonderful stuff going on at Dolphins camp this weekend and for the next month.
I think that Brady Quinn's got a yeast infection.
What did I tell you? When I'm in the room, you're not allowed to say.
That's why I said it.
He's trying to get rid of you.
That's why I said it. To drive you away, to drive your fat ass out of there.
As producer of your show now.
Yeah, producer of my show, your ass.
Yeah.
All together now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever go home?
3, 4. Come on, Neil, you're not going to sing?
What?
Do you ever go home or not? Are you like Robert Grieper now? Are you like
He's the new Robert Grieper.
Are you part of the woodwork?
No, during your show, just in case George needs to leave the room, now I'm here, so he could tag me in. We're like tag team partners. So I thought he had to go to the bathroom.
What did I tell you? He's looking for your job, George.
Sorry.
I know. Everybody is. They don't know. They don't know that I have to pay to work here.
Maybe Roger Fagdalin will show up again.
Like a stripper now. I have to tip out to go to work.
By the way? Do we know anything about him?
As far as I know. Hi, handsome.
Now, why couldn't he have died and Ranieri's still been alive?
That's just the way it is. God works in mysterious ways.
That's right. That proves there's no God right there. If there was a God, Mike Ranieri would still be alive and Roger Magdalene would be dead. Dead. Sleep with the fishes, man. Yeah, he was after your job big time. Not that that's a secret.
No.
In fact, he probably was the most blatant person I've ever seen in my life going after another person's job.
He would backstab you in the front.
Right, that's right. Well, at least that's something. At least that's honest.
Well,
not like
he got
Jolly
busted.
Joe Bell, who's phony as hell and comes along, oh, hey, George, how you doing? And then behind your back is probably ripping you an ass.
I'm sure.
It sends me a message about what a great job you're doing on my days off, my off days during the summer schedule.
Hey, most of your days are off days these days.
That's for damn sure, especially when I hear from him. The good news is, though, I don't have to be, hanging around here waiting for a visit that's usually on Mexican time, a half hour late. I can hop in my car at 2 o'clock and go right to Woodbine. Give me a couple of slices of pizza and plunge my guts out, plunge my brains out. And now that I know that paycheck is actually in the bank, I can blow the whole thing this afternoon. And have a damn good time doing it, too. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Did we lose the connection or what?
No, I'm right here.
Mamacita's got to get her hair done.
Uh-huh.
She's a big shot now, don't you understand?
I understand.
She's a big city slicker.
Oh, I know. Moving on up.
To the worst side. Let me tell you right now about, I can't do the spot because I can't speak. I'm doing Zach talk now. If you're going to talk like Zach, you've got to sound like your vocal cords have been snipped.
Get up and get down.
Yeah.
Gotta go up and get down.
This is Brady Quinn. Whenever I shave my balls, I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
All right. You fairy.
Fans, you don't like their demands. If they have some request, you'll just say no. And then tell Norma Kent to tell the management you want nobody messing with your show. You're on from 10 till 2, and when your shift is through, tell George he can relax and smoke some weed. And then go tell Joe Bell that he can go to hell. He even almost makes you miss Gregory.
Absolutely.
But don't play a fart, the sound of a fart. I don't think Joyce would understand. 'Cause if you play a fart, the sound of a fart, you'll be in trouble with the Beasley clan.
Don't do it.
Don't play a part.
12:03 at 560 WQAM, and of course we all know that's a zipper sound, okay?
Right.
Nobody in the history of mankind ever heard a fart that sounded like that.
That's corduroy.
That's my corduroy pantaloons. I'm not wearing them today, but I might. Now that I'm going to Woodbine, I might just slap those babies on here in a few minutes. The brown corduroys and the legs. Every step you take is like. That's me walking to the tea room at Woodbine, like that. 838 tallies on our survey today on our poll. Chris is pushing for 1,000. Come on, push a little bit more, man.
Come on, people. Hurry up. Let's go. We need that 1,000 to make Neil happy.
What do you mean make me happy? It's your poll, mister. You're the pollmeister. What the hell do I give a crap about it?
You know you love it.
Yeah, I love it all right, but not the poll. Not that poll.
Oh.
Maybe Brady Quinn's poll.
Huh?
Although I think it's evidently had a lot of activity. I think a lot of guys have been involved in his poll activity. At least, what is that all about? Now maybe that's why he got drafted, like 199? 588?
20-something, yeah.
That's why everybody passed him up. He was sitting there with that phony girlfriend of his, with that beard. Remember that day?
Yep.
And every time somebody had, like the Dolphins, man, they don't want
gay.
I think that's what the fish need, man, to turn them around as a good gay quarterback. Maybe they can bring back Sonny Jurgensen. Was it Sonny Jurgensen or Billy Kilmer? One of them was
gay.
I forget which one. Old Redskin.
Oh, you're crazy, Neil. There's no
gay
players in the NFL.
That's right. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. And you notice that the like Joe Rose and Mad Dog, all the ex-jocks, they won't talk about such things because what goes on in the locker room stays
in the locker room.
In their hands.
Oh.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Do you smoke weed?
What?
Do you smoke weed?
You writing a book?
Yes.
Yeah, go smoke your boyfriend, okay? 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're talking about, a lot of times you talk about early TV game shows and stuff, and I was just kind of wondering if you ever remembered Kay Kaiser's College of Musical Knowledge.
Oh, my God. You have to be 100 years old to remember that. Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, it only lasted like maybe 1 year, and then there
Thank
was
God for that.
And then there was like Sandy Kay's Do You Want to Lead a Band, where he had like people come up and...
When are you going to get to the Rudy Valley stuff?
Yeah, Rudy Valley is, I just thought you'd like to know.
Okay, thank you. God, talk about coma-inducing. Talk about boring. He's more boring than there will be blood. And then, you know something? That's the ultimate slap in the puss. When somebody says you or this or that is more boring than there will be blood. That's the ultimate slap in the puss. How come this poll ain't moving, man? 838, is that it? You done? Is that all our whole audience? It could be.
840.
WQAM, hello.
You don't like the Marlins?
WQAM, hello.
I'm sick.
Yeah, no kidding. QAM, hello.
Neil Rogers, I love you. Yeah.
WQAM, hello. So the guy with the fanny pack was the one that called before with that...
the New Yorkie voice that he's got.
That was his real voice?
Yeah.
No. That was him doing shtick.
Nevertheless.
Remember he was a security guard at the Macarena?
Oh, yeah.
Back when they first opened it up, and he was carrying a piece.
That's why he's used to wearing a utility belt wherever he goes, like Batman.
There's a garbage truck outside my window. Can you hear it?
I hear it.
And I was going to say, it's so loud, you can probably hear it right there. The loudest garbage truck. Maybe they're picking up this show. Maybe they're picking up these calls because you talk about garbage. Keep them coming, though, man. We had that one really good one from, where was he from? Brantford, Ontario. Now, do you think he was for real? Do you think he really thought he was calling the Dolphins to order tickets?
If you go to the Dolphins homepage, there's a large banner for Dolphins Tonight on the radio, and it has the station numbers. Yep. So it's right on the front of it.
Well, so what does that have to do with ordering Dolphin tickets?
Basically now, since that banner's been up there, we probably get 10 to 20 calls a day for Dolphins tickets. between our show and the other shows.
What kind of morons want Dolphin tickets? What kind of and this guy's telling me that I'm an idiot because I'm a Leafs fan? At least they've won a game sometime in the last century.
In front of the net to pass it to now does. Here's a chance for Blake. Scores!
Jason Blake, what a stiff. What a stiff. How do you like that? Now, that was nice and timely. Did you see that? How they did that for me right on cue? Because I've been Leafs fan for 50 years. Nice going there, Joe. 8:44. Well, there's that Maricon. There's that, what's his name? What's its name? Rob Marciano on CNN. That all the queens think is so hot. Oh, he's so hot. Sure. Whatever you say. WQAM, hello. How would you like to have the money that they spend on makeup?
Oh, yeah.
On television. Just the money to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you begin to imagine? WQAM, hello.
Hey, I'm talking about the Marlins tickets on the website.
Yeah, right.
Hello?
Come up with something original, okay, Schmuck?
Is this Tim Bokamper?
Yeah, this is Danny Cannell.
Bye.
Get it, bye. Nice try, but bye. This moron wants tickets, says the professor. We got any tickets you can send him instead? We got no restaurant certificate for this week because we got no restaurant.
Yeah, I could give him a parking ticket.
Why don't you go tow his car away? He's getting used to that. How would you like that? You move into your first apartment with your girlfriend, and the very first weekend that you spend there, maybe the first day, you get up in the morning, you go outside, and your cars are both gone because they've been towed away because you were too stupid to put the decals on the windows.
Live and learn.
Yeah, that's right. You should know when you live with a bunch of relentless bastards that if you don't dot all the I's and cross all the T's, they're going to come and make your life miserable, okay? And this goofball wants Marlins tickets for the Marlins? I don't have any Marlins tickets. Although this year I will be getting Dolphin tickets. This will be my last year I get any perks. That was part of the new deal, by the way. Whatever, and this ties right in with the thing with no free food, you know. Whatever perks I had in my previous contract, this miserable, heartless bastard, not only did he cut my salary in half, but the Marlin tickets, oh, no more. Dolphin tickets, no that. Whatever you had that, kind of like was a little frosting on the cake, no, you can't have it. We don't want to give it to you. We don't want it. That's the kind of bastard you're working for.
Text message?
Yeah, it's a text message from the professor. He wants the Dolphin ticket. Don't worry, you got him. Chris don't want him.
Says who?
And even if he did want him, they're already spoken for my good, close personal friend, okay, who's got issues in life. His car got towed away. Whichever one he's driving this week. There's one thing I can't stand. It's somebody who can't make up their mind. Buy a nice car like my Vet. It's got 5,000 miles on it. 2004. Older than Methuselah. What kind of you know me, I used to trade my Vet in every year, am I right?
Yep.
It would be automatic. People from Blue Back Road would just drive up the new one and just say, hey, here's your new Vet, Neil. Sign on the dotted line, and I would. I'm going to hop in that baby at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to fly to Woodbine and lose my ass and have a great time doing it. I'm going to pour the hundreds in there while people are starving, while George and Chris can't even get a free meal in there because our general manager is a bastard from a basket. That's what you ought to do. You ought to go to his office as soon as he comes in and say, bastard in a basket. And I bet you that's where we'd like to see him, too, in a basket. Or maybe something that rhymes with basket, like casket. Sounds good.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Sports is for hobos. 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 Sports is for hobos.
Oh, God, don't go in there. Oh, you hear my stomach bubbling? Oh, it's bubbling. Oh, God, I gotta go back to the bathroom. Watch out.
Late one night, when they saw the sign and the fast food line, they pulled in and gave their order to the girl. And the next thing you know, they started to hurl.
And Taco Bell,
Their stomachs started to bloat.
in Taco Hell,
A burning inside their throat.
it had a smell.
That's when they started to blow.
Not feeling well.
From the bean burrito, it must have been the curse of the quesadilla that's causing all of this diarrhea. But none of the sick are going to die. They've just got a bad case of E. coli.
From Taco Bell,
Their stomachs started to blow.
in Taco Hell,
A burning inside their throat.
it had a smell.
That's when they started to blow.
Not feeling well.
From the bean burrito, should have skipped the damn chalupa. You might not have made but super. Next time you pass the sign, say no. Even though it's grilled, so it's good to go. Lots of people got sick and wished that they owned a gun, so they could hunt down the people who think outside the fun. The pain from the cramps they felt deep in their gut, so next time they'll just go to Pizza Hut.
Not Taco Bell,
Their stomachs started to blow.
from Taco Hell,
A burning inside their throat.
it had a smell.
That's when they started to blow.
Not feeling well.
From the bean burrito.
From Taco Bell.
That's Brady Quinn's motto. Think inside the buns. 12:19 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to it. George will be back tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
I mean, you'll be back. I mean, you're there now. You'll be back doing the show tomorrow. And Monday.
Yep.
And then the next Wednesday, you got the numbers coming out, the book, the spring book. I'm going to leave that in your capable hands.
Right.
And if the numbers are bad, it'll be your fault, of course.
Of course.
5670560, just like Greg Reed used to say. You know, you'd be number one in the summertime, he'd be running around.
Right.
Oh, that George is killing the station in the summertime.
Torpedoed the ratings.
Is that what
Torpedoed the station.
is that the
yes.
quote?
Yes.
You torpedoed the station.
Right. Even though I was 2 ratings points ahead of whoever was number 2 in the market, and not to mention double the nearest competitor here on this station. But hey.
Right. Could never do enough for these bastards, you know what?
Nope.
That's why we're not getting, that's why I've got all those perks going. No more Marlin tickets, no more Dolphin tickets, no more Panther tickets, no more anything, no more speeding tickets. And that's because Jolly Joe Bell, he's probably hopping it up for himself, you know, fat ass like him. WQAM, hello.
Roger Magdalene ran off with his backstabbing boyfriend, Adam Kirshner.
What a joke that is.
Who the hell was that?
That was Al Rogers.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
The stalker. Yeah, the
somebody,
stalker.
Somebody that knows the old IOD crew, obviously.
Or somebody who's a radio stalker, right. Used to hang out in stalking the goddess. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, I was just wondering, what are you doing this weekend? If you take a trip about 2 hours south of you, Oswego, New York's having their famous...
I wouldn't go to Oswego, New York if you paid me by the mile.
Come on, man. What's wrong with Oswego?
Get out of here, Oswego, New York. Are you some kind of a moron or what?
Well, of course. I'm listening to your show.
That speaks for itself.
No, man, it's a good time.
Hamburg, New York, baby. I'll see you at Buffalo Raceway.
All right, man, you got it.
See ya. Schmuck. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to upstate New York and sniff the lilacs. Of course, the lilacs are already out of season, I guess, but nevertheless, I bet you there's some fell on the ground at Cobb's Hill. I'm going to go to Durant Eastman Park. All you people from Rochester that keep raving about how great it was there, what was so great about it? What was good about it? Hickey Freeman? Eastman Kodak? Red Wing Stadium? Tom Decker? What was so good about Rochester? Can you tell me? Joe Cronin? Huh?
I can't tell you. I've never been there.
Eddie Meath? Mort Nussbaum? Who was the guy who used to do the sports show on WHAM? Bob something. I used to win hockey tickets, free hockey. I told you that.
Bob Barker.
To the Amherst. WQAM, hello.
That was Marvin Rahman calling, and this is Steve Ziegler. Mitch is a weenie.
Isn't that sad? Now, where are all those people now? See, because I can't figure it out because Cheap Channel owns all those stations, and Cox doesn't have any more AM stations, so they aren't working for Disney. They all got to be Cheap Channel people. Oh, maybe they're over there sitting in Ken Charles' lap, that a-hole. Oh, Neil listens to us all morning long because he doesn't do show prep anymore, so he's got to get his material from us. Right. Oh, yeah. And the sad part of it is this is a guy who thinks he knows something about this business. In fact, I think if he and Jolly Joe Bell eloped, it would be a marriage made in purgatory. It would be perfect. Ken Charles, and in fact, remember when, what's his name, was still across the street? What's his name that beat up his girlfriend?
Across the street?
At Waxy.
Joel Feinberg?
Joel Feinberg, right. Well, I had a brain fart there. I couldn't think of his name. When he was there, he and Joe Bell had this peeing contest going on all the time, back and forth, and ripping each other in ass and sending each other nasty, like a couple of children in a sandbox. At least Joel knew enough to get out. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes?
Trees. I like trees.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
George is my friend.
George is my friend. George is my friend.
My friends don't call me on the air.
George is my friend.
Don't you just love the way he said it?
Oh, yeah.
You're my friend.
There's nothing alive on the face of the earth that will want to befriend that. Whatever it is, and I'm pleased to say that I actually had the opportunity to see it with my own 5 eyes, to put my eyes to it, to spy it, and to see what a pathetic retard we're dealing with. And, of course, we're the babysitters. You do realize that.
Oh, I know.
They've turned his problems and his life over to us for 4 hours a day. That fine, upstanding family. Do we know what the last name is in that family?
No, I don't.
Well, why not?
Well,
I bet you if you get Jolly Joe Bell, he'll put his private detective to work on it. And one thing about it, you got to admit, Jolly Joe has done a hell of a job with these chronic callers since he's been here 2.5 years. He has done one hell of a job. And I take back what I said before about him not lifting a finger to us. He lifts a finger to us every day. In fact, maybe 2 of them, 1 on each hand. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Why is Norman Braman being such a schmuck?
He's not. He's doing the right thing. No, he's not.
Well, Rebel, when he was owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, he didn't have a problem with publicly financed stadiums back then, and he sure did a nice job helping Baltimore get their publicly financed.
Well, he's trying to protect the people from South Florida from making the same mistake they've made 8 million times. That's what he's trying to do.
And he's trying to get back at Jeffrey Luria for not bringing him on as a partner.
Good for him. Good for him. I'm all for him, man.
Great.
Norman Braman is God.
He's a schmuck.
And screw the Marlins.
Screw Norman Braman.
Okay. Well, get busy. Screw everybody.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
I can't get over what that Huey said today. He's got a lot of noise to talk about me that way. I don't give a crap what that fairy has to say. If he wants to smoke pink cigars, then let him. Why, I'll have you know, I know what I'm talking about. Every morning at the condo, I take the elevator down, and on my way to the car, when I pull my folding basket out, I grab a free condo paper. The boys are back in town. 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 I said the boys are back in town. Why, you little... Ah, my God, of all you sport old fools. I know everything that's going on in the news. Why, I even know all the new Mahjong rules. I'm hip to the jive, Daddy-O.
Too bad they're going down tonight. It's the better show when I take your place. I know I ain't no Ed Toilet, but when they drop, my voice will change.
You little smoothie.
Top 32 at 560 WQAM. Mr. Chris, you better get with it, man. Your poll abilities are dwindling. You only got 864. You need about, I would say about 920 by top of the hour.
We'll do it.
To have a shot at 1,000 today?
They'll
you don't
come
get the
through.
1,000, man. I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Uh-oh. What if we do get 1,000?
I'm still not coming back tomorrow.
What
in
a
fact, the sun
slacker.
is breaking through the clouds. It was kind of a murky morning. Let's see what the temperature is in downtown Toronto, eh? Let's see what it looks like. You ready? 23. That's 73 degrees. Perfect.
Ooh. Nice.
What?
Nice.
Yeah, partly sunny and 73. Nice little breeze out there. Breeze between your knees. Had a call from Brantford, Ontario already. How's it going, eh? And let me tell you something. I told you this before the show. I'll say it on the air. MySpace is a waste.
Okay.
Other than a couple of friends I made on there, and we had to go with that private page now to do that. But other than that, the rest of it is just caca, the show page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear from anybody. I don't hear from anybody anymore on there. I can go days at a time and there's nobody on there. What about you? You're getting all those bimbos on there, probably.
Why do you say things like that? Why are you so
Because I feel like
presumptuous?
Because that's what you use it for.
I have
try to get laid.
some nice people that I've met on there that I interact with.
That you interact with?
Sure.
Now, what does that mean? Send
messages back and forth, like that.
Well, I used to do that, and I was pretty proud of the fact that I answered like 95% of every message I get from every one of those losers. I mean, great people. I'd answer them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're one by one, they just vanish. It's like a novelty, that crap. It's a novelty. And once the novelty wears off, once they're gone.
They're gone?
WQAM, hello.
I have no care.
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having lunch, can you call me back?
Oh, yeah, I'll call you later. Okay, what time?
Thank you.
What time?
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Okay. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. We got the Jerk Show coming up at 2 o'clock in spite of tremendous public outcry. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
This is a good one for you. Listen.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I'm having lunch. Hello?
Yes.
This QAM?
What did I just say when I answered the phone? I said WQAM.
Oh, hey, Neil, what's up?
No, but why does that happen?
Hey, I haven't heard you in like 2 years, Neil. Hey,
Why
Neil.
does that happen all the time? I say WQM. They'll say, is this QAM?
I'm on a cell phone, Neil.
Yeah, let's
Hey,
hear
Neil.
it. Yeah.
Check this out. I was watching a show just now on the History Channel. They were talking about hurricanes, global warming and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They said there's a possibility we could get these super hurricanes that get up to like 500 miles an hour. What do you think about that?
And?
Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, I'll be dead first.
Say bye-bye to South Florida.
I'll be dead first, so I'm not worried about it.
You'll be dead by then.
And I won't be
All
here
right,
anyway.
Neil.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Get down in the basement and close the hatch. Of course, there aren't no basements in Florida. That's one of the bad things of living in Florida. There's no basement. You can have an attic.
Right. Crawl spaces.
Are there crawl spaces?
Yeah.
Like in Vacancy, like in the motel, there was that crawl space. You didn't think that was a good movie?
I thought it was fine.
It was cheesy.
Remember,
it was
I'm a hard ass. I call very few movies good.
So in other words, it wasn't as good as, say, There Will Be Blood.
Few movies are that good.
WQAM, hello.
Is this QAM? Hello?
Another idiot.
Neil.
Yeah.
What's up?
What do you got?
You ever heard of a driver at Pompano Harness Track called Chaz Dancer?
Called what?
Chaz Dancer.
Chaz? Yeah, Chaz my ass. WQAM, hello.
I'm writing her back.
QAM, hello.
There will be blood.
QAM.
Yo, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you sound like you got something in your mouth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out, man.
There you go. There you go. Just tossed it right over to you. Open wide and grab it. 873 on a survey. Just a survey, for crying out loud. I mean, how come we don't have like 50,000 tallies on there? Sally?
Summer.
Are you in denial? Is that it? You don't realize that Joe Bell has blown off the... When you look at the cume that we have now when these trends come out, and you look at the pathetic cume that we have left on the entire... It's like... It's an embarrassment. And we got a point at night. The transmitter is pumping out energy, man. We're spending money with FP&L, Florida Plunder and Loot. And we got a point at night with that DA that they brought in from Kansas City who got canned out there and couldn't get another job. And they brought him in here. It's like when they brought the fabulous sports babe on and announced to everybody she had no idea about the South Florida teams. And would everybody please call in and tell her something about it? That's the kind of expert you want to put on the air. What?
Why gotta be so mean to DA? Comparing him with her.
I'm not comparing him with her. I'm just saying it's like the same thing that they do all the time. They put people on the air who don't know the market, who are supposed to be talking about, like when he was on there talking about the Marlin fans the other day. There are no Marlin fans. You could put them in a phone booth and have room for the Chinese army left over for a bunch of Chinaman. Wait till you hear this. This is going to make your blood curdle. George.
Okay. All waiting for it.
One of John McCain's most prominent supporters on Tuesday praised an evangelical leader whom the Republican presidential candidate repudiated after a string of controversial remarks were made public. Connecticut Senator the unctuous Jew Lieberman, an independent who frequently campaigns with McCain, in other words, who's joined at his hip, said Pastor John Hagee's support for Israel outweighed the remarks that led McCain to reject his endorsement. Another Israel firster, another frum Zionist, a lunatic like Wolf Blitzkrieg, a maniac. Lieberman said he had been urged not to speak to Hagee's group, Christians United for Israel. The bond that I feel with Pastor Hagee and each and every one of you is much stronger than that, and so I'm proud to stand with you tonight, Lieberman told several thousand members of the group, which urges U.S. support for Israel. Right or wrong, Israel first. I don't agree with everything Pastor Hagee's done and said, but there's so much more important than that we do agree on, Lieberman said. That Farbissen. Hagee, who heads the 19,000-member Cornerstone Church in San Antonio, Texas, was criticized for calling the Catholic Church the Great Whore and saying that God punished New Orleans with Hurricane Katrina for staging a gay rights campaign. He has since apologized to Catholics, but not to fags. How do you like that? Jew Lieberman hopping in bed with Pastor Hagee. If he's good for Israel, he's good for me. It's good enough for me, said the Farbissen Jew Lieberman. Cox ahoy, baby. You idiot. You loser.
You fairy.
God. You can't complain about his personality because...
He doesn't have one?
Correct. Now, we're getting close to 900 on that survey, so we can make that 1,000 at 10 o'clock and at 2 o'clock? 879?
Yep.
That all you got?
C.
Pretty weak.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
And now live from Rigel 7, it's the Neil Rogers Show.
I like to ease up and song 4-bit writing. Plenty of time like the American Pie thing. Melody guide so I don't sing off key. This is my favorite karaoke.
Yeah, I love the way that bit ended. The bits haven't been the same since Boca Brian died.
I know.
Yeah, I heard that was some party Greg Reed threw.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't go.
Lots of dancing.
Of course, it's not easy flying back there from Rigel 7.
I know.
Thank God.
Oh, God.
I'm here. It's all over for you poor schleps stuck on Earth.
Yes.
President Noel. Well, if you're lucky, that crackhead is the last Bush to rig an election. Who's on this line? WQAM?
Mr. Rogers?
Speaking.
I was in the Publica Galactica today, sir. And let me tell you, the clip-out coupons in Thursday's paper are deceiving. I discovered to my shock
This is
at the
George.
checkout counter
Yes, I
that
know.
Redstones was not 2 for 99 cents. On the contrary,
Cut 'em off.
it was 2 breakstones for 99 cents each. Now, I don't know about you.
That's right.
They tried to peddle me 2 breakstones for the price of 2 breakstones cottage cheese when the coupon clearly stated that...
Well, use the cottage cheese that's grown in your toenails. Now, who's this on line 7 and 9? Klingon penal colony, hello? Never got into that.
Retired.
Okay, on that note, I gotta renegotiate my contract. How about a 1-minute show, huh?
Oh!
You can fill the other 3 minutes.
That's fine.
Sporto Concubine is next. George?
Bye.
I'll tell you, they don't make them like that anymore. In fact, they don't make them at all this week because Chicken Neck didn't send me his FedEx yet. Right. Can you give me an update on that, on what year that might show up this week? Because you said he was a day late. I'll tell you what, a day late and several dollars short.
Oh, he's always several dollars short.
Yeah, and?
Nothing.
So what day? It's Thursday already. Usually it shows up here on Tuesday, so now it's 2 days late. And I still have had no phone calls saying, there's a package down here for you at the concierge.
Well, I bet you get one.
I get one what? Hemorrhoid?
Okay.
884 on Chris's pool, man. You're not going to make it.
What are you talking about?
You're not going to make it.
We were going for 900. What are you talking about?
900 your ass, okay? And believe me, that's the weight. You got to get to 1,000. You need 116, and you can't even get to 900. That's because the whole audience is they've already checked in on here twice, I'm sure of that. What's the highest level of schooling you completed? Evidently, we got a lot of people out there too stupid to be able to go to a computer and do a tally-ho on here. Tally-ho, baby. My God, talk about an embarrassment. Zach's fault, I'm sure of that. We were doing really well until he came in and opened up a big mouth. And what was that all about?
What? Oh, he just happened to be in here while you were talking about him, so I threw him on the mic.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it again.
Till tomorrow.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I'm going to work for food or drugs.
QAM, hello.
This is my friend.
WQAM, hello.
Yo, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. Do you wear thongs or granny panties?
What?
Do you wear thongs or granny panties? Or what, tampons or what?
Yeah, tampons. Tampon on, yeah.
Yeah? How do you menstruate through your ass, though? How does that work?
567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. You're right, the punks are out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure is making for a really great summer for you.
Whatever.
Whatever is right. We get paid the same, whether you call with your intellectual comments or whether it's just a bunch of mouth-breathing idiots. Just a bunch of suckholes like that last punk. 888. Oh, that's great. You got 12 minutes to get to 900. Because before you get to 1,000, you know what you got to get first?
900.
Right. You're not going to make it. 889.
Well, if I don't get 1,000, I won't come in tomorrow.
What?
If I don't hit 1,000, I won't come in tomorrow.
Oh, I think what Clarence is thinking is if we don't hit 1,000, don't come in again, period. WQAM, hello.
I'll take 3.99 cents, Henkel.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You know, the Marlins stay. They go to the playoffs.
Turn that radio off.
You think that we can win the World Series?
Yeah, the Marlins will win the World Series, right.
The Marlins.
And chickens are going to pee, too. WQAM, hello.
No.
That was David Sampson's boyfriend, I'm sure of it. Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you if you still had the number of that girl in the back seat of the car. Then I realized she's probably old as you now. God!
Do you have any idea what he was talking about?
No.
Neither did he. 567-0560, but at least it was different. We didn't hear from the quarter slot guy today. You want to know why he's upset? He wasn't the guy that wanted $2 million playing a quarter wheel of torture. They don't have the quarter wheel of torture here. Just $1 and a $5 for Maurice. Oh, did I tell you that? I'm trying to think of what day it was. Maybe it was on Monday. No, I guess it was over the weekend. And we went over to a Woodbine. And as I'm walking out, there was Maurice, crazy Maurice that I'm always telling you about, the crazy frog. And he's playing the $5 machine. He gets a spin for $2,500. And I went over to him and I said, hey, nice job. How much did it cost you to get that? $9,000. And he says it loud enough so everybody in the place can hear him. Would you be bragging if you were that stupid?
But people do it all the time. They're too stupid to realize how stupid they are, so they brag.
Yeah. He's bragging about the fact that he put in $9,000 before he finally hit something. Maniac, lunatic, frog, crazy frog. WQAM, hello. QAM. Hola. WQAM, hello.
You're my friend.
Oh, my God. Seriously, something has to happen with that thing.
Something will.
No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something has to be done with that. All the other cockerai I can deal with. But him, something has to happen, Jolly Joe Bell. Oh, Joe's going to get his private detective working on that. He's going to straighten out the... Yeah, right. You couldn't straighten out your finger, Jolly Joe. Doesn't it amaze you how impotent this guy is?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, the simplest of tasks, things that people do in their sleep, this guy can't do wide awake. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, I would appreciate you calling me a suckhole.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, what's going on?
WQAM, hello.
Neil, I love when you give us a silent pause so I can hear the signal from Cuba.
How's that coming, by the way, that signal problem? They done anything about that?
Yeah, they've ignored it.
Oh, like all the other problems. See, one thing about Joe Bell, he doesn't deal with problems. He doesn't worry about problems. You want to know why? He just, like you said, you had the answer. He ignores them. That's the way he deals with problems. He doesn't. And you want to know why?
He don't wanna.
He don't wanna. That's right. There's marijuana, and then there's don't wanna. What does that say, 898? Is that correct?
899 for me.
Woo! If we can get a little...
903.
Whoa! Now we're pushing it, baby. Now we're pushing it to the limit, 903. Everybody and their brother-in-law, hop on NeilRogers.com and just tally, Sally. It's not a question you got to think about. It's a survey. Like, are you alive? Are you dead? Are you fat? Are you gross? Do you smell bad? Like that. You smell like some old shiny man. Boy, some of those people at Woodbine, I've told you this for a long time. I've been going there for 4 years now. It's amazing that the nasal passages in my nose are still intact. Some of those people smelled just so ungodly. Like that turd, the tow yard turd thing we play, where she says it's like ungodly.
Yeah.
Like the devil crawled inside of you and died. WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I've been listening to you for a very long time, and these punks are driving me as crazy as you are crazy, driving you crazy. And if that one punk that keeps calling us, if I had the ability, I'd take him out back and kick his goddamn teeth in.
See, this guy claims he's been listening a long time. You should know that we can't say that.
He knows.
Teeth. GD. We can't say GD anymore, sir. Oh, and you know what? You weren't here on Tuesday, but that was one of the biggest stories in a long time. The appeals court that threw out CBS, the FCC's fine against CBS.
Yeah.
For the Janet Jackson, Justin Tinkerbell booby flap. That was one of the biggest, and of course that was what started all of this repression.
Right.
All of this clamping down. You can't say this and you can't do that, and the FCC's going crazy. They're foaming at the mouth, and like that. And nobody's talking about it because nobody's got the balls to come back to where we used to be, or at least close. To loosen it up a little bit. And you know what? They won't. Nope. They won't because they're a bunch of spineless cowards. That's this business. That's this industry. This is the life we have chosen. 909, can that be possible? 911.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're coming through.
Coming through what? Your ass?
No.
WQAM, hello.
I need help.
Yeah, and we need help from you, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, before this year is out, we're going to take care of business with your ass, okay? We're going to send Luca Brasi and the ghost of Fat Rich to your house and beat you into a bloody pulp, okay? That's not a threat. That's a promise.
Biggest name.
I need help. You're your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
560 QAM.
The sports leader.
1 to 2 hours.
Everybody knows one of the hippest things to do these days is to open a restaurant/mini indoor theme park in the heart of Manhattan. And that's why the high-powered folks at the National Rifle Association are pleased to announce Cafe NRA. At Cafe NRA, every food item is unique. That's because our chefs always cook your food over an open fire. And speaking of food, at Cafe NRA, you'll find only the finest, freshest meats.
Welcome to Cafe NRA. Would you like to try our kill of the day?
You mean catch of the day?
No, ma'am. Kill.
Oh.
But Cafe NRA is about more than just food. It's about guns and fun. For instance, while you're dining, be sure to play a quick game of Find the Crosshairs in your soup. Find them and get a free clip of ammo for the automatic of your choice. And before or after dinner, you'll find it's fun to get loaded in our bar, where every drink is served in shot glasses. And for those of you who want to enjoy the fun of shooting something yourself, Cafe NRA offers some of the most realistic shooting games you've ever seen. Play such shooting favorites as, I didn't know the gun was loaded, I thought Grandpa was a burglar, and, but officer, the guy cut me off in traffic. Cafe NRA. We're blowing the competition away.
Hey, but Joe, the guy's taking lots of Prozac. 101 at 560 WQAM. I'm serious about that. I'm not joking. I have finally reached the breaking point with it. Not with anybody else. With it. With that thing. Remember the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed, same family. Same outfit. Same brain. Mm-hmm. Like that. We're going to come and get you, Ron, and your crazy girlfriend, and Daron, too. Hi, Ron. Hi, Ron. Right. We're going to do it. In fact, I'm taking matters into my own hands, because I'm certainly not going to wait for Jolly Joe Bell or Joyce, what's her name? Schmidt?
Yes.
Bitch? Rhymes with bitch. We're not going to wait for them, because the Beasleys are incompetent. Make no mistake about it. What they know about running a talk station, they wouldn't know how to run a gas station. And even with the prices the way they are now, they couldn't make money at a gas station. These lunatics, these mugwumps, these banjo-picking mugwumps. Oh, but it's all about sports, Neil. We're going to have the best sports station. That's what he said to me, right to my face, right to my puss. Bruce Beasley. We're going to have the best damn... And you know what?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That and 40 cents will buy about a third of a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
That's still racing for last.
Oh, I'll tell you, we're doing a hell of a job in that race.
I know we're going to win.
Trees down and other damage from a possible tornado in San Antonio. Doesn't that break your heart? God is really pissed off at them mugwumps in San Antonio. 929 on Chris's poll. You got a real shot here at that 1,000.
See, you told her.
If you lean on it.
They'll do it for you.
WQAM, hello.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes, sir.
This week, Kelly Craig is guest hosting with Manny Munoz on the morning show. Yeah. All I got to say about that is, Kelly, Manny, don't buy a house.
Oh, my God. How can they fit them both in that studio? Manny Munoz. What a joke that is. You know what that reminds me of? That's like Drew Hayes was the program director at WLS in Chicago when they went all talk. Drew Hayes worked for me at WNWS 790 back in the day when we had Alice Rantel and Mr. Ego and Jerry Williams and that whole deal. Drew Hayes was the overnight kid who used to scream himself hoarse at the end of each show. Just scream for 5 hours, from midnight till 5 in the morning. This is after Wichner departed. Or was it just on the weekend? I think it was just weekend overnight kid. And he became the program director at WLS in Chicago. Do you have any idea how ludicrous that is?
Yeah.
And I think he was a big part of the reason that Lassiter just about lost his mind at WLS in Chicago. Poor Blabo. Lost his brain at that place. Putting a child in charge, like we got for program director. Once upon a time we had Muff. Look what we got now. WQAM, hello.
Woody Valley's my friend.
WQAM, hello.
Neil Rogers. Hello.
Yeah.
What's going on, partner?
What do you got?
The Marlins. I got an idea for the Marlins.
The Marlins?
The Marlins.
Say it right. Say it right. The Marlins.
The Marlins.
Yeah.
I say we make a stadium in the Hialeah racetrack.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Nothing else going on there. Maybe the Flamingos would enjoy the game.
Yeah, there'll be a hookah there in Hialeah. I'm guaranteed they'll go.
Yeah, okay.
And bring some more money to Hialeah, cowboy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, cowboy. Here we go with that schmuck again. Cowboy. Even Brady Quinn wouldn't touch what you got, pal. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't much. 934 on your poll. We're creeping toward it. I think I'm fairly confident. Oh, there's a Candy Cowley.
935.
Candy Cowley in Berlin. Obama's about getting ready to speak to about a zillion people in Berlin. They love him over there. Look at all those Germans.
Idea and with meat on it, but generally it's...
See, some meat on it. Right away she's worrying about lunch. She's probably downing bratwurst like they're... Oh, and the good news is I got my shirt on and my pantalones.
All right.
Because I made it into Woodbine Thursday. Because right. Paco's mama's got her hair being... Not that that's got anything to do with it. I would go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need much of an excuse to go to Woodbine and play quick hit. Or sometimes take a quick...
Yeah, okay.
WQAM, hello.
I'm scared.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, you put George on the air. Who are you to talk about people putting unqualified people? You put George on the air.
Not that that's got anything to do with it. I was going.
That's it. Turn the radio back up again loud, sir. Turn it up and hear your own voice. And stick your finger deep inside your...
Rectum.
All the way up to the elbow. Don't you love people that want to hear the sound of their own voice?
Oh, yeah.
567-0560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how we doing, Baba?
What?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, this guy is getting you all fired up. I'm scared. I'm a friend and all this stuff. You're playing right into his stick. You know he's having the day of his life because he's so much of the show.
Well, what do you mean the day of his life? He calls this show 65,000 times every single day for like 2 years now.
Today. You're making him such a part of the show. Why don't you just have Chris screen call?
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Because hey, it does when
we don't screen calls on this show, sir. I don't play that game. That went out with knickers.
Your partner does, and I never hear this clown on when it's George's days.
Yeah.
Chris got him down pat, man.
And
he doesn't get through.
No chance.
Do you hate me?
All right, bud.
I do. Yeah. That's why I make Chris do it.
So he never gets through when Chris screens the calls?
Well, they can't disguise their voices.
Even when the girlfriend calls in for him?
Even.
That bitch?
Even when.
Well, good. I'm telling you, I'm just here filling in for George here today anyhow.
That's right.
Don't expect that I know what the hell I'm doing here. Just relax. I'm doing the best I can. I'm a doddering old fool who keeps pooping in his pants. Just leave me alone. Freaking Joe Bell, man. This guy, he is an impediment to everything. Oh, yeah, if you'd screen the calls, Neil, that'll do it. And every time I ask you about the calls, I get the same response about your calls.
Yeah.
Good, huh?
It's like pulling teeth.
What do you mean by that?
By the way, the guy that keeps faxing you wanting the free plug, it isn't going to happen.
What?
The guy that keeps faxing you from the Keys wanting a free plug for his business, it isn't going to happen.
No.
He just keeps faxing.
Faxing me about what?
He wants a free plug for his business.
No.
And it isn't going to happen.
No. N-O, no, yet, 9, 10, 942 on the survey, the highest level of schooling you completed. Some college, 297. Graduated from college, 287. The intellectual Neil Rogers audience really comes through here on this survey. Forget about the callers. They're losers with no lives. Anybody that's got a real life in the middle of the daytime that's calling some radio talk show, forget about that. Postgraduate, 165. Graduated from high school, 103. High school dropout, 45. Elementary school dropout, 17. Currently in college, 15. Kindergarten dropout, 7. Oh, a new category. I like it. Currently in high school, 3. And junior high middle school dropout, 3 out of 942. We're on our way, man, to that 1,000. No, I don't think screening the calls is the answer. I don't think we should allow him to interfere with our right to, our livelihood. I think what we should do is get the name, get the phone number, put it all on the air, have a caravan of big, nasty guys with baseball bats go over there, and then maybe he might find something else to do.
This guy keeps calling that sounds like he knows the law. Restraining orders apply to phone calls also.
What are you talking about?
We can get a restraining order against these people.
Yeah.
Because it applies to phone calls also. That's what this guy keeps saying. I'm not a lawyer.
What are you talking about? You mean on your show?
No, on this show, restraining orders against people that you don't want to contact you.
Yeah.
Applies to phone calls.
Well, what do you mean the guy
also,
keeps calling? I don't recall that call.
No, he called. Yeah, he calls me, but about the same thing. Sorry.
Yeah. And
nothing. I think it's a good idea. At least it's worth asking somebody.
It's an excellent idea, but it would require some effort on the part of this company, on the part of Joyce the Bitch Fitch. She's too worried about whether we're playing fart sounds on the radio, or whether we're saying the scum bucket, or douche ball, or like that. In fact, you know something? If they want to get a crowd out there, the Marlins ought to start playing doucheball.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Hey, everybody. The Toy Toy Man is back again. He's gonna do the Toy Toy dance. So take a beat and let's take a stand. Come on and do it. Yeah, do it. Come on and do it. With the Toy Toy Man. Toy, Hey, everybody. For the dancing Toy Toy who's on go. Put on a pair of checkered pants and shuffle across the floor. Can you do it? Yeah, do it. Come on and do it. Toy with the Toy Toy Man. Toy, yeah.
Stick with the noise. This here's about toys, and that I never said. Stand up.
Listen to the big shot over here. How's your show doing, huh?
Now see here.
Me, nothing. I'm the one who's working now. What are you doing all day? Shopping for deli shoes?
Why, you know this. Get over here. I
117, we must have a psychic caller, that little punk that called before about having the Marlins play at Highland Park. The Marlins? See. Because the Palm Beach Post says a Virginia multimillionaire with a soft spot for horses and preserving history said he wants to buy Hialeah Park, restore it to its most glorious state, and resume wintertime racing at the facility, which has been dormant since 2001. Hasley Miner, 43, founder of NASDAQ 100 technology news site CNET, and owner of and also ran in this year's Florida Derby, hopes he can strike a deal with Hialeah owner, the unctuous John Brunetti, begin renovations to the hurricane-ravaged park, and compete with Gulfstream Park during the primetime winter tourist season. Miner and Brunetti haven't spoken, so no timetables or dollar figure have been discussed. Reached Friday on a trip to California for the opening of Del Mar, Brunetti was intrigued and said he would spend the weekend talking to horsemen to learn about Miner. I wonder if he's kin to Dwayne Miner. Or Deshaun. I continue to say it. My first desire was a continuation of racing at Hialeah at the highest standard possible, Brunetti said. I wonder if that was with or without the green hot dogs. I think that Hialeah would get a lot of support from breeders, owners, fans, and everyone else. Every place I go, I hear, when are you going to open up Hialeah, John? And it becomes vitriolic, like, why the hell don't you open up and get rid of these guys? As recently as this spring, Brunetti agreed that the resumption of racing at Hialeah, which opened in 1925, represented one of the longest of long shots. He estimated it would take $25 to $30 million to get into racing shape. Even then, issues remain. Whether a racing license can be obtained from the state, whether Hialeah can compete with Gulfstream and Calder, and whether accessibility will deter fans. Well, what does that mean, accessibility? They built a freaking metro field right out there to Hialeah, just blocks from the damn track. Couldn't they have like a ride and park thing or something like that? Couldn't they have like shuttle buses that would take him from the metro rail stop there right into the track?
Yeah.
Meyer said he needs to study those issues, but is determined to press forward. Hialeah last held a race on May 22nd, 2001. I wonder if Charlie Baltazar was in that race. So Miner, 43, has never attended the track, not even to tour the grounds in their present state. He said, that doesn't matter. Don't matter. Well, that sounds intriguing, doesn't it? It's intriguing. And, of course, John Brunetti, who helped destroy the place in the first place, he's talking about what it would take to put it back together again. He kind of reminds me of Greg Reed and Joe Bell. It's that broken egg philosophy, you know. Pick up the egg, smash it on the floor, put your shoe on it, and then smash the eggshells, and then try to put it back together again. And then keep doing it over and over again. Isn't that the philosophy at QAM?
Yep.
Break it and fix it. Break it and fix it. Although in this case, it's break it and don't fix it. Break it and don't fix it. Break it worse and don't fix it. We got a guy in engineering called Fix It. Even he can't fix it. He's a good guy. He's just inept. He just worked too long with Steve Ziegler. That was pretty intriguing, that IOD, that little flurry we had there, wasn't it?
Sure.
9:59. Now, where are all those people? Where's Mitch Weenie these days?
I don't know.
Where
Probably making a lot of money still.
You know he threw up on his wedding night?
I heard that story.
Yeah. You can imagine why, but I don't want to tell you.
No, tell me.
I can't say it on the air.
Okay.
Enough said. 9:59 on the survey, and Chris is very confident we need 41 votes. We got 40 minutes. That's 1.1 a minute to get to 1,000. If we don't get it, we're going to be 960.
We'll do it.
Woo! 950, by the way, in Rochester was WBBF, the home of the Busy Bees, with Joe Dean and Mort Nussbaum. I mean, what kind of a guy goes on the air with a name like Mort Nussbaum, huh?
Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Mitch Weenie's eating Jennifer's rent.
I don't think so.
No. I'm very doubtful of that. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Yo, Neil.
Yeah.
As far as program directing goes, like, how much freedom would a program director have? Like, could you imagine a real diverse type of, like, radio station? Is that possible?
Well, what does that mean?
Like, you know,
well, what did you just say? There were a lot of words in that question there, but what did they mean?
They meant, like, is there any radio station that really does have, like, a lot of diversity, like talk in the morning, hip-hop, rock? The closest thing that comes to that is, like, VUM.
Oh, yeah,
right?
That's a great station, yeah, VUM.
It's better than 560.
Yeah, and so is Dead Air. Who cares?
Oh, there's a kid from VUM. Maybe he knows Mike Rosenthal.
And what's his name? Who's the PA guy? Don't tell me. Rokeach.
Okay.
Jay Rokeach.
Jay.
I said it before you did, Fatso.
Well, you said don't tell you, so I didn't tell you.
And then you said Jay.
That's because you got the Rokeach part.
You know what? Never, ever trust fat people. I know that. Being a fat person myself, don't ever trust fat people. They'll always pull some stunt. Oh, there's Barack Obama in Berlin.
To give his speech, he's made it clear this is
We don't want to hear you, honey. We want to hear what he's saying.
It's not going to be political. It's more lyrical. As our
That's the people on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox fake news.
To the people of Germany.
They never shut up.
Let me thank Chancellor Merkel and Foreign Minister Steinmeier for welcoming me earlier today. Thank you, Mayor Vovereet, the Berlin Senate, the police, and most of all, thanks to all of you for this extraordinary welcome. Thank you.
Well, look at that mob scene there in Tiergarten Park.
I come to Berlin as so many of my countrymen have come before. Although tonight I speak to you not as a candidate for president, but as a citizen. A proud citizen of the United States and a fellow citizen of the world. I know that I don't look like the Americans who've previously spoken in this great city. The journey that led me here is improbable. My mother was born in the heartland of America, but my father grew up herding goats in Kenya. His father. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. At the height of the Cold War, my father decided, like so many others in the forgotten corners of the world, that his yearning, his dream, required the freedom and opportunity promised by the West. And so he wrote letter after letter to universities all across America until somebody, somewhere, answered his prayer for a better life.
See, I'm thinking it's a good plan if we do the break right now, and then when we come back we can pick it up. Maybe then he'll get into the really good stuff.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Rogers.
Sports 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Proved that there is no challenge too great for a world that stands as one. Years after the airlift, we are called upon again. History has led us to a new crossroad with new promise and new peril. When you, the German people, tore down that wall, a wall that divided East and West, freedom and tyranny, fear and hope, walls came tumbling down around the world. From Kiev to Cape Town, prison camps were closed, and the doors of democracy were opened. Markets opened too, and the spread of information and technology reduced barriers to opportunity and prosperity. While the 20th century taught us that we share a common destiny, the 21st century has revealed a world more intertwined than at any time in human history. The fall of the Berlin Wall brought new hope. But that very closeness has given rise to new dangers. Dangers that cannot be contained within the borders of a country or by the distance of an ocean. Think about it. The terrorists of September 11th plotted in Hamburg and trained in Kandahar and Karachi before killing thousands from all over the globe on American soil. As we speak, cars in Boston and factories in Beijing are melting the ice caps in the Arctic, shrinking coastlines in the Atlantic, and bringing drought to farms from Kansas to Kenya. Poorly secured nuclear material in the former Soviet Union, or secrets from a scientist in Pakistan, could help build a bomb that detonates in Paris. The poppies in Afghanistan come to Berlin in the form of heroin. The poverty and violence in Somalia breathes the terror of tomorrow. The genocide in Darfur shames the conscience of us all. In this new world, such dangerous currents have swept along faster than our efforts to contain them. And that is why we cannot afford to be divided. No one nation, no matter how large or powerful, can defeat such challenges alone. None of us can deny these threats or escape responsibility in meeting them. Yet in the absence of Soviet tanks and a terrible wall, it has become easy to forget this truth. If we're honest with each other, we know that sometimes, on both sides of the Atlantic, we have drifted apart and forgotten our shared destiny. In Europe, the view that America is part of what has gone wrong in our world, rather than a force to help us make it right, has become all too common. In America, there are voices that deride and deny the importance of Europe's role in our security and our future. Both views miss the truth that Europeans today are bearing new burdens and taking more responsibility in critical parts of the world, and that just as American bases built in the last century still help to defend the security of this continent, so does our country still sacrifice greatly for freedom around the globe. Yes, there have been differences between America and Europe. No doubt there will be differences in the future. But the burdens of global citizenship continue to bind us together. A change of leadership in Washington will not lift this burden. In this new century, Americans and Europeans alike will be required to do more, not less. Partnership and cooperation among nations is not a choice. It is the only way, the one way, to protect our common security and advance our common humanity. That is why the greatest danger of all is to allow new walls to divide us from one another. The walls between old allies on either side of the Atlantic cannot stand. The walls between the countries with the most and those with the least cannot stand. The walls between races and tribes, natives and immigrants, Christians and Muslims and Jews cannot stand. These now are the walls we must tear down. We know that these walls have fallen before. After centuries of strife, the people of Europe have formed a union of promise and prosperity. Here, at the base of a column built to mark victory in war, we meet in the center of a Europe at peace. Not only have walls come down in Berlin, but they've come down in Belfast, where Protestant and Catholic found a way to live together. In the Balkans, where our Atlantic alliance ended wars and brought savage war criminals to justice. And in South Africa, where the struggle of a courageous people defeated apartheid. So history reminds us that walls can be torn down, but the task is never easy. True partnership and true progress requires constant work and sustained sacrifice. They require sharing the burdens of development and diplomacy, of peace and progress. They require allies who will listen to each other, learn from each other, and most of all, trust each other. That is why America cannot turn inward. That is why Europe cannot turn inward. America has no better partner than Europe. Now is the time to build new bridges across the globe as strong as the one that binds us across the Atlantic. Now is the time to join together through constant cooperation and strong institutions and shared sacrifice and a global commitment to progress to meet the challenges of the 21st century. It was this spirit that led airlift planes to appear in the sky above our heads and people to assemble where we stand today. And this is the moment when our nations and all nations must summon that spirit anew. This is the moment when we must defeat terror and dry up the well of extremism that supports it. This threat is real, and we cannot shrink from our responsibility to combat it. If we could create NATO to face down the Soviet Union, we can join in a new and global partnership to dismantle the networks that have struck in Madrid and Amman, in London and Bali, in Washington and New York. If we could win a battle of ideas against the communists, we can stand with the vast majority of Muslims who reject the extremism that leads to hate instead of hope.
I'll tell you one thing, he's no John McCain, thank God. $9.79 on your pool. And let me ask you one thing about his speech, though. They're in Berlin.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with sports?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's it got to do with the Marlins? Huh?
The Marlins.
With the important stuff. Yeah, the fact that McCain has even got like 10% of the polls, that in itself is scary. But it's America, Zion America. $9.79 on your pool, Crit, $9.80. You got 21 minutes to get 20 more votes. You better push it big time, maybe.
Come on, people, help us out.
Get with it. Help Chris out, man. He needs help.
Yeah, big time. Send me some money, and then we can go with that vote.
WQAM, the sports leader.
This is the moment to give our children back their future. This is the moment to stand as one. And this is the moment when we must give hope to those left behind in a globalized world. We must remember that the Cold War born in this city was not a battle for land or treasure. 60 years ago, the planes that flew over Berlin did not drop bombs. Instead, they delivered food and coal and candy to grateful children. And in that show of solidarity, those pilots won more than a military victory. They won hearts and minds, love and loyalty and trust, not just from the people in this city, but from all those who heard the story of what they did here. Now the world will watch and remember what we do here, what we do with this moment. Will we extend our hand to the people in the forgotten quarters of this world who yearn for lives marked by dignity and opportunity, by security and justice? Will we lift the child in Bangladesh from poverty and shelter the refugee in Chad and banish the scourge of AIDS in our time? Will we stand for the human rights of the dissident in Burma, the blogger in Iran, or the voter in Zimbabwe? Will we give meaning to the words "never again" in Darfur? Will we acknowledge that there is no more powerful example than the one each of our nations projects to the world? Will we reject torture and stand for the rule of law? Will we welcome immigrants from different lands and shun discrimination against those who don't look like us or worship like we do, and keep the promise of equality and opportunity for all of our people? People of Berlin, people of the world, this is our moment. This is our time. I know my country has not perfected itself. At times, we've struggled to keep the promise of liberty and equality for all of our people. We've made our share of mistakes. And there are times when our actions around the world have not lived up to our best intentions. But I also know how much I love America. I know that for more than 2 centuries, we have strived at great cost and great sacrifice to form a more perfect union, to seek with other nations a more hopeful world. Our allegiance has never been to any particular tribe or kingdom. Indeed, every language is spoken in our country. Every culture has left its imprint on ours. Every point of view is expressed in our public squares. What has always united us, what has always driven our people, what drew my father to America's shores is a set of ideals that speak to aspirations shared by all people. That we can live free from fear and free from want. That we can speak our minds and assemble with whomever we choose and worship as we please. These are the aspirations that join the fates of all nations in this city. These aspirations are bigger than anything that drives us apart. It is because of these aspirations that the airlift began. It is because of these aspirations that all free people everywhere became citizens of Berlin. It is in pursuit of these aspirations that a new generation, our generation, must make our mark on the world. People of Berlin and people of the world, the scale of our challenge is great. The road ahead will be long. But I come before you to say that we are heirs to a struggle for freedom. We are a people of improbable hope, with an eye towards the future, with resolve in our heart. Let us remember this history and answer our destiny and remake the world once again. Thank you, Berlin. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's your next president, whether you know it or not. Oh, no, he's this, he's that. His wife, she's not ready for prime time.
Yeah.
And that's one of the talking points, you know. Is Michelle Obama ready? Talking points from desperate people who've got a desperate candidate. An old, doddering fool. 989 on Chris's poll. You're 11 votes short, mister, and you got 11 minutes to go.
We're going to do it.
The challenge is yours right now. I never really thought it was going to be this tense right down to the ass wire. Did you?
Yeah.
Earlier in the hour, I thought we had it made in the shade. Then, of course, I played the Obama speech here, a lot of it. And, we don't know what that's all about. And I guess they all went away. Either that or they were so transfixed and glued, they certainly weren't going to take time out to go vote on some stupid poll on a survey. And our survey says we still got 989. I think Eric's got his foot on the brake, don't you?
Probably.
Bastard. Give us a break, Eric. Take your fat foot off the brake. I guess I can throw away this week's schedule, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Why do you say like half-baked?
Oh, because I'm only half-baked right now.
Don't say it half-baked. Say it fully baked.
992.
Give me a half hour.
990 what?
2.
992. You need only 8 more votes to get to 1,000, which would be, and now you understand why I put it on there like at 2:05 yesterday. With this in mind, knowing that it's the dog days of the summertime, there's like about 50 people in town, and if we're going to get 1,000 votes at any point, here's a chance. It's not even a poll. You don't have to have an opinion. It's just a survey. That's all it is. Even a moron could cast a vote on this. 993. They're trickling in by the ones. WQAM, hello.
Oh, my God.
WQAM, hello.
I was at work listening to the stream, and I just got to listen to that speech live. That is why your show rules.
How do you like that? The Whisperer liked Obama's speech. Well, that's why I put it on. I mean, most of the people who are listening, they're not sitting glued in front of some TV screen somewhere, right?
996.
You think that 790 is going to put Barack Obama on the air making a speech in Berlin in front of 1 million people? You think they're going to put that on across the street with Stu Gotts over there with his finger in the socket? Of course not. What do we got, 996?
1,000.
Get out of here. 1,002. Oh, we did it. How do you like that?
Thank you,
faith.
So kind.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
What a speech, huh?
Yeah.
This guy is awesome, man. He's gonna
He is
be
awesome.
president. Yes, I like him so much. That's all I want to say, man.
Okay.
That's why your program rules.
I do.
Bye.
You're married. 1,002 vote on the survey. Just a survey, just to see how smart or dumb or in between you are, you know. Of course, the fact that you graduated college doesn't make you smart. Right?
Right.
The fact you got a piece of paper that says you're smart doesn't mean you're smart.
Right. My mom went to all kinds of college. She's an idiot.
Are you picking on Mama?
Mine? Yeah.
Your mama? What about Paco's mama? She's getting her hair done today. Which is a good thing, because that means I got my shoes on, my pantaloonies, and my shirt. I got my my card that opens up the gate in the parking garage in my pocket. So I can rush right down to my beautiful Corvette and zip over to Woodbine, get on the Gardner on Expressway. Aren't you excited for me? Aren't you like, Kill a chicken.
Kill to death.
Kill a chicken for me so I can get a voodoo spell on it, man. So I can get me a good machine and win about 20, 30 million a day. What do you think?
All right.
I'll send you a couple shows.
Biggest names.
Not much.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's Sting! Miami town. Yes. At 560 WQAM.
Once there was a senator who was caught indulging a habit.
You fairy.
A boogeroo, not much different like a typical neocon faggot.
Hats off to Larry. We all thank you for giving writers something funny to do. You're looking for guys who make you go hi-hi-ho. Larry Craig, thank you for tapping your shoe.
You fairy.
News stories last a few days, but you refuse to go away. Republicans are primarily gay.
Gay.
Hands off to Larry with treats apart. We all invite you to inhale our farts. The neocon ride like to insert and go hi-hi-ho. Larry taking no crap when he's tapping his shoe.
You fairy. Gay, gay, gay. I never have been gay. Gay, gay, gay. I never have been gay.
Hands off to Larry. He wants to stay, but his own party wants him to go away. The religious right wants him to say bye, 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 bye. Larry Craig will spread his legs for you.
Rectum.
He wants a man to screw, and any guy will do.
Bye, bye, bye.
The biggest names, the best talent.
Are you sure?
And your home for Miami Dolphins football. Sports Radio 560 WQAM. Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
What the hell? What is it? Wait a minute. What is this?